20's presents Philly by Night. Rolling These 20's presents Philly by Night. Starring Liz as La Sombra Dr. Aretza Serre. Fair as Samdi Katora Baptiste. Ivy as Bruja Serenity Sanchez. Juice as Chamir Adelio. Mikey Mike as Banu Hakim Mingo. Lonzo Gonzo as Ravnos Oscar de Leon Ponce. And our weaver of disquietude and terror, Prince.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the part where you normally get Mikey Mike telling y'all what's going to happen this episode, or some shenanigans that happened in last episode. But we're going to do something a little different today. I'm going to just speak over this track as we get ready to get into some shenanigans and fuckery. If you saw my tweet earlier, there might be Sabat shenanigans, there might be danger, there might be Mingo. Find out what happens on Real Vampires of Philadelphia. And we're live.
Hey!
How goes it, friends? How we doing?
That was cool. That's as good as my roll 20 spotlight jokes. I like that. That's my tempo.
Oh, what's good? How y'all feeling tonight? Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rolling These 20's Philly by Night. That VTM John. I am your storyteller, Prince. I'm here with a wonderful cadre of friends and family here who are going to tell a very interesting and dangerous vampire story, which is my favorite. But before we get started with that, I want to thank Roll20 for having us as part of their Spotlight program. Thank you to them. We have our Vampire the Masquerade content on the Roll20 VTT. And that's where you'll see all our dice rolls and shenanigans happen. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. In the meantime, the other things we got to get off the table is Vampire the Masquerade, Philly by Night, Rolling These 20's, John, is an adult stream. This stream may contain scenes of violence, gore, sexual themes, flesh crafting, body horror, bug-like creatures. I know that's one that people might have a less than affinity to. Mind control and loss of character agency, and maybe even a little bit of gaslighting. But that's in the game, not with the players. All of our players are using safety tools at the table and on our stream. So if something goes off kilter, if somebody's feeling uncomfortable, they are willing to let me know, either on the screen or behind the scenes. I am one of those open storytellers. So if you throw up a red card or cross those arms while you're on the screen, I'm looking at you. I got you. I will stop a stream. Done it before. But if you are watching the stream and something makes you uncomfortable or you need to step away for a little bit, that is absolutely fine. Come check us out on our YouTube link. And you can watch the shows at your speed and at your leisure. We usually have these up within about 24 hours of the last stream. So, that said, let's let our players introduce themselves. And we'll go around the table starting with Mikey Mike.
Hey, I'm Mikey Mike. I'm going to be playing our Banu Hakim Mingo. And we both use he, him pronouns. And I'm excited to see what you guys been up to also. I'm really excited.
Liz gonna come through with that recap. You know it. Ivy.
Hi, I'm Ivy. I play Serenity Sanchez the Bruja, who uses she, her pronouns. And we are going to get into some shenanigan fuckery, as said before. And yeah, I'm choosing pens.
Liz.
I'm Liz. I play Dr. Arthur Ari, your resident hyped up La Sombra. Both of us use she, her pronouns. Ivy uses they, them pronouns. And we'll see how this goes.
Indeed, we will. So I think it's about that time we do our recap. Let the people know what happened last episode. You go for this, Liz?
Yeah. So last week on Real
Right.
Housewives of Philadelphia, or Real Kindred of Philadelphia, what the hell did we do? We were going out with Aurelio, and then we had a little bit of a time jump. And then we got a message from James, the Thin Blood Baron of, I want to say West Philly.
That's correct.
Okay, cool. Saying,
Wait.
hey, I need a little bit of
No, North Philly.
North Philly. I was like, I can't remember. He basically saying, hey, I need to talk to y'all. Please come through. This is important. So Katura, Aurelio, Serenity, and Ari go over to the rec center where we had met him last time. And he explains that there's been some weird stuff going on with his computer and their thin blood's going missing and help. I believe it's Aurelio pops Sense the Unseen. Sense the Unseen? He pops a thing that lets him see invisible people, and there's an Ash just chilling in there like, what's good? And we see as Jamie's compute, Jamie, that's his name as a girl. James's computer starts just deleting contracts, and basically somebody had hacked his shit and it was getting rid of a paper trail of some sort. He points out, we chase the Nas a little bit. Nas moved real fast. And he's like, this is where I think they're hiding out. And he leads us a couple blocks to an abandoned fire station. It had apparently passed through a number of hands. And there's nobody. They're like redoing it again halfway for like the fourth time. It's one of those places. Being a thin blood, he has thin blood alchemy, and he manages to turn himself into a woman for a hot minute to distract the guards. That goes okay as Gabriella, Serenity's ghoul, Katura, and Aurelio make it in the building. The rest of the
I just
group
want to
does
add
not.
on that it doesn't go okay because he's a woman. It goes okay because he's terrible at it.
Yes.
And it's fucking confusing to people.
Yes. Katura, Gabriela, and Aurelio are going around the first floor, not really finding much, and then they start Scooby-Dooing their way down the stairs to kind of like peek and see what's going on. And they see one guy looks like he got a little beat up, and the rest of the group is just kind of down there talking and chilling and hanging out. While they are walking around and during their search, Serenity, Ari, and Ale are trying to find another way in. They kind of loop around. They end up going up onto the roofs, jump over a few, and Serenity, being her Bruja self, leaps onto the roof and immediately engages with some kind of creepy shadow monster, which was not Oblivion, which was interesting. A couple swings go back and forth, and then the creature kind of just takes off. Ari tries grabbing it with the shadow hands, doesn't work. Her and the creepy creature make eye contact, except it doesn't have a face, really, so it wasn't eye contact, but it was kind of eye contact. It's fine. It takes off. It's probably going to hunt them in the future. Serenity is like, all right, we're going in, and she jumps down into the building to the second floor, and the floor goes out, and she drops to the first floor, alerting everybody in the building. A fight ensues. Ale leaps from the roof straight down, sword out, and impales somebody. Aurelio gets messed up pretty bad. Yeah, there's some swinging. One of the thin blood guards dies. And eventually a blonde-haired woman, Ari, pops her shadow arms, comes down, grabs Aurelio, It was terrifying, as it should be when it involves oblivion. And eventually a blonde-haired woman comes up and is like, what the hell is going on here? Apparently this is a thin blood hideout cult underground railroad-esque thing going on where the blonde woman Amber is basically trying to make a better life for them, get them out of the areas where they are kind of being put down and treated like general ass, which is a lot of places because they're thin bloods. And yeah, the one guy looks a little beat up because he's bloodbound to somebody right now and he wants to go back. They're like, absolutely not. Katura and Amber frenemy at each other for a little while because they are both very popular influencers and they are both peacocking. And aside from, who the hell's going to pay for this mess, things go off more or less smoothly and everybody leaves. James is in trouble. He then goes and tells Kelvin that they are now both in trouble. However, during all of this, Gabriella mentions that Serenity told her that we are from a different timeline. Gabriella told, or at least mentioned it in front of Aurelio. And now there is a conversation in the car between Ari, Serenity, and Katura. Tempers are high. There is tension, to say the least. We eventually make it back to the bodega, sit with Aurelio, have a little talk about everything that just went on. Kelvin calls and is blowing up Serenity's phone. Is just, messaged Aurelio once. And we're all trying to figure out what exactly all of that was. And that was kind of where we left off, I think.
Anything you want to add, Serenity?
Huh?
Anything you want to add?
I-
I'm just making sure.
I mean, Serenity's having a bad time, but that was been the case for a while,
So, okay, great. Fantastic. Excellent. So I suspect, mostly because I've finagled this as a storyteller, that Mingo's been a little bit busy. You see, Mingo has a sword, and Mingo has jobs on occasion for people to do things or to remove obstacles, as the Banu Hakim tend to call it. And Mingo is very good at this job. But over the years, being an assassin and a Camarilla sheriff has made Mingo quite a few enemies. And that is where we're actually going to start our story. Mingo, you've been away from the coterie, busy. Haven't been able to really keep an eye on Aurelio, hoping for the best for Aurelio, but you can't always be there to watch him. Which is stressful considering the situation. But you find yourself at the club on a given night. Aurelio's not there. And you are still doing your part to make sure that things are secure. Mostly just trying to have a low-key night, which is rare for you. And Mingo, how often do you go to your favorite bar? I'm wondering.
I think that's one of the things that Mingo does at least weekly. I think there's one night that he knows that Nia's going to be doing karaoke, and he just goes and hangs with her, and he gets to drink whiskey and smoke cigarettes and pretend like he's not a blood bag.
Not say that this is one of those nights. You are able to escape the club. Nothing going on. Aurelio's not there. You don't have babysitting duties. So you make your way to Ray's happy birthday bar. And as you're sitting there, having a good night, chopping it up with people, enjoying the South Philly vibes, hearing randos complain about how Pat's and Geno's both really aren't that good after having both cheesesteaks.
Yo, Philly cheesesteaks are kind of gross in general, man. I didn't like that shit when I was alive. Yeah. I mean,
Oh.
we're all alive here, aren't we?
Oh.
I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding.
That's just a way to piss people off. But it definitely gets conversation going.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
It gets people a little rowdy, and you hear suggestions of like, what's the best place, and yada, yada, yada. And then someone sort of just kind of like, I don't know, it doesn't quite fit the vibe of this place, steps in. Dark skinned fellow, large, maybe 300 plus pounds, about 6'5". And he's like wild eyed. He looks like he might have been offensive lineman at one point in his life. Still relatively young looking though. And he's looking around wild eyed. And then someone's like, "Can I help you, sir?" Bartender. He's like, what do people drink here? What y'all having this, John?" And he's like, "PBR?" He's like, "What's a P?" Everyone kind of turns their head as he goes, "What's a P?" And he's, "Yeah, I have a PBR." And then as you turn your head and look at this person, Mingo, he stops and he looks at you. And he walks directly at you. And he's like, "I heard you could help me."
Where'd you hear that?
Some people, they told me that you, Jesus, you could help me.
Am I smelling kindred on him?
No.
No. It's a human.
I mean, he smells like human. He kind of stinks. Smells like he's been like running for a while. Not the kind of scent you get off of kindred. Unless they stole somebody's clothes.
Right. I'll kick back the stool that's next to me and kind of wave off any of my friends who are close by, kind of indicating that I need a moment. Sit down, son. What's your name?
My name. Well, are you Mingo?
Yeah, I'm Mingo.
Oh, thank God. My name's Alfred, but my friends call me Al.
Why did it take me so long to realize who this guy was?
The minute you did the voice. Oh God. Why did I know this
My
was
brain
gonna
is
go?
like, oh, I forgot.
My heart hurts a little, but we're okay.
God
It's
damn it.
fine.
Anyway, Al, all right, just lay it on me, Al. Keep your voice down.
I don't know if you're gonna believe me, man. I seen some weird shit.
Trust me, I've seen a lot of shit myself. Lay it on me.
And he's looking around at the bar, trying to like make sure there's no one close. And he leans real close to you. He's like, "I saw somebody get killed, man. And they told me, like, the police told me they was like, get the fuck out of here. They thought I was like losing my shit. But I know I wasn't losing it. I know what I saw."
No, I believe you. I believe you. Start from the beginning. When? Where?
So I was out kicking it with my boys, and you know, we got a little rowdy. You know, some motherfuckers started some shit at the strip club. We were over by Club Risque, and you know, that's like warehouses and shit. And I'm like, all right, we get kicked out. Shit happens. It wasn't really my fault, but I did throw a punch. I won't lie. And so it was time for me to, you know, just go. You gotta stand up for the homies. And leave out of there. I'm like, I'm gonna walk this off, hit the bus stop up, And I'm coming past this little alleyway, man. And I know, I can believe me. There was like this man that looked real strange. He had like, I should just go.
No, you got to tell me. Trust me. Whatever you got to say, I'm gonna believe you. If I can help, if I'm gonna help you, I got to know everything. Just lay it on me.
He had like bat ears, man. His teeth was all fucked up. And there was this big one standing over him. Bigger than me. Like real big. Like maybe like 7 feet tall. And his face. Something was wrong with his face. He had like spikes or some shit coming out of him. And then he took the little dude and he grabbed him up by his neck. And then he just snapped the shit off, the dude with the bat ears. And he just stuck his face in there and just he ate him, man. I watched the whole fucking thing. He turned to ashes. He just disappeared.
Did he see you? The one with the bat ears?
The one with the bat ears did. While he was struggling, I think he was trying to get me to help him, but I couldn't. I wasn't going down there, man.
From the description that he's giving, would I know who this person is? Who just diablerized?
I don't know if you know the person, but roll me an intelligence and occult.
Intelligence and occult. Intelligence. Will one do it? Oh no, I got 3 successes. Is that right?
Yes, that's 3 successes.
Why
Where you
not?
got 1 from? You don't know the person, but you know, off of what you do know, you can safely assume that one of these vampires was a Nosferatu, and the other one probably was a Simisi.
And I forget, did this happen last night or tonight?
This was like 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago.
Here's the weird thing. Like when I was at the police station, right? And I don't really go around the police because you can't be fucking with them motherfuckers around here. Philly cops especially can't be trusted. But in this situation, I figured I'd let it cool down for a night before I went to the police because I was kind of lit just a little bit. And I wanted to make sure that what I had in my head was right. Because the big dude, I think he might have saw me.
Mm-hmm.
I think he saw me. And then he just wasn't there. He was there. And then he wasn't there. Like, how was that a thing? Like, and they told me that you believe me. They told me that you believe me. That you into this spooky shit. That you know stuff about the spooky shit. But the dude that told me was at the police station. He just stopped. He was like, yo, I mean, here, I'll go into my real white voice because he was like super white, like super Aryan as fuck, blonde hair, blue eyes. He was like, yo man, listen, I believe you, but nobody in here is gonna believe you, man. So you should go see this one guy. I know him. He's a real stand-up fellow, and he kind of hangs out at this bar. He's into that creepy occult shit, like supernatural and all that jazz. He definitely would believe you. Say he's like into ghosts and vampires and werewolves and shit. I heard he has like a really sweet sword collection. So that's why I'm here.
No, they were right to send you to me. I've seen a lot of things. I've experienced stuff like this myself. The question, I guess,
Really?
is, yeah, you know, Philly's a wild place. People doing dangerous things. But what do you want me to do? What help do you need?
I think that big dude after me.
Have you seen him since?
I can't say I've seen him, but like I just this feeling. Like I looked out my window the other night. I was like, I was took a blunt so I could try to like ease my nerves or whatever. And I look out the window and I swore I saw him. But then when I look again, he wasn't there. Now, if you really into this shit, and I ain't blaming you. I started to believe a whole bunch of things. Maybe I should have kept going to church like my mama said. Because if vampires exist, then God can exist too, right? Like that gotta be a thing.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe vampires can disappear. And you notice his voice is going up a little bit, and people are starting to look at y'all a little bit. And mostly people are giving them skeptical looks.
Listen, where do you stay?
Oh, I'm over on the west side.
I'll come by your place tonight, check it out, see if this big guy shows up. And I'll tell him to fuck off for you, all right?
And he looks you up and down like, you might need some help, bruh.
Don't worry about me.
Oh, okay. And he like gives you a card, and it basically says he's a DJ.
Yeah. Parties and events, special events.
Mm-hmm. You know the cards. You done got one of these before.
But it's also going to say like real estate. Anyway, go ahead.
He writes his address on the back of it.
Yeah. All right. And what time is it ish?
I would say this probably like maybe just around midnight.
Mm-hmm. And I guess it's like 40 minutes to get over there, something like
that. If you're driving, probably closer like 20, 25. If you're catching public transit, yeah, probably about 40 minutes.
Okay. All right. So why don't you go back to your spot and I'll be there within the hour.
All right. Got my strap. I think I'm good. All right.
You know what?
Cool.
Actually, how'd you get here?
Oh, my boy gave me a ride.
You know what? Just wait for me. I'm going to go to the bathroom and we'll go there together. And I think I'm going to pay my tab, leave some money down, say goodbye to people, go to the bathroom, and just vomit all the whiskey that I've been drinking. And escort him out and go back to his apartment. I guess we can call a cab. Take a cab over there.
Okay. And with that, we're going to switch scenes. Serenity and Ari. Both of y'all have had a bit of a harrowing time considering what happened the other night. With Serenity having a pretty fucking rough time, especially. You got your ass whooped, to put it short. And Ari is under the belief that y'all might be being hunted. So I assume y'all are at the bodega.
Yep.
Chatting
Also,
this over. Oh, please.
Can I do my 3 rouse checks to get rid of that aggravated while we're at it?
Absolutely.
Because I figure if Ari's place has the cooler, at least I can take one off. Boy.
Yeah. So for those who are in the chat and watching this, last week Serenity got her ass whooped.
Mm-hmm.
And took some aggravated damage.
It's only the one, so. But I also saw a bunch of superficial I gotta take off too. Well, it'll be fine.
So we're gonna get 3 rouse checks in order to heal this aggravated damage.
Please. Fuck. 1, 2. I'm already at 3, guys.
Where's that last check?
Do it.
Thank God. I can make it to the
Success.
bodega.
But
Okay.
your beast is
Not happy.
Serenity. What's that one girl? That one that work at the bodega. You should make her lunch. Like, you clearly need something to really give you some more Bruja edge. Because you've been slipping. And apparently the Bruja Serenity of this timeline is way more badass than you. So you need to step your game up. And clearly eating from someone who young, on the up and coming of her life, you take them down, you get far more close to the anger, the fury that you need to survive this world.
Gabs, we're gonna go get blood now. I'm going to the bodega. You coming? I'm assuming. Are you in there?
What you need me to come to the bodega for?
I don't know. You can tag along if you want. You don't have to.
Are you about to go do something stupid again?
I need blood.
Yeah, you should take care of that.
On
She's
it.
like sitting in the living room, feet up on the coffee table, boots on, just watching TV.
That's fine. And I also make sure Paco is fed and I give him a good pat. Like,
Bring me back some Oreos.
on it. Okay. And I get on the bike and I go to the bodega and I go.
All right.
I go to the bodega.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You need to give me one more rouse checks. Actually, all
Me?
of you need to give me rouse checks because this is a new night. I skipped this whole part.
I am suffering. It's okay.
Good.
It's only like 10-15 minutes in and I'm sweating.
Mingo, you done got hungered. Why is yours coming up all funky? I hate this shit. I'm gonna have to fix this whole thing. But yeah.
Yeah, because mine looks all different, right?
Yeah. But Mingo, you are hungrier, and it's almost like a thrum within you. Like, this kid ain't your problem. You can handle it though. Get him out of the way. You won't have to worry about anybody looking for him.
And he's sitting next to me in the cab. He's probably got like a nice juicy vein. Yeah, I'm gonna wipe my brow. Do vampires sweat?
Yes, actually, but they sweat blood. It's gross.
Okay. No, all right. Well then, I gotta. Yeah, I think I'm like perspiring, and I have a little handkerchief, and I wipe it away quickly. It's like, oh, no, that's not happening. That ain't happening.
But anyway, back to Ari. How are you awakening, and what's on your mind, Ari?
So, end of last game, you said we were going to be doing a time jump, and Ari had shit to do, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I
only made y'all do one rouse check, but this is
that after that week.
Yeah.
So I would imagine that Ari is probably as sane as she has been since all of this started. Just because, oh, I know how to do surgery. Okay, this is fine. Kind of the normalcy of, I am busy up to my eyeballs and I don't actually have time to think about this strangeness. So
would
she's
you have visited or hung out with Snake Eyes? Are you going
absolutely
home?
Yeah, no, I would have gone home, checked on the pigs that I apparently have in my underground tunnels. Not mentioned the underground tunnels and my lab to anybody else in the coterie.
Probably for the best.
Probably for the best. Gone over whatever notes this timeline Ari had. What the heck? Hung out with Snake Eyes. If we had time, just driven past the coordinates of where that one portal we initially went through was, see if there's anything interesting there.
That's an interesting one. Roll me wits and occult.
All right. Not my best, but why is this? Oh, because it's friggin' over there. Damn it, I had this all set up and now this stupid thing pops up over there. Wits and occult. Nope, this whole thing's got to move. Thank you. Frickin' 3 screens and I still can't get shit set up how I want. Submit.
Hit that roll.
3.
It's weird, Ari. You don't find anything there. It's still essentially the same sort of like I don't know, I want to call it a hole. It's more like a ditch. That looks very similar to the one y'all went into to go into the portal. But there's no portal there. But you feel something. Like, hard to explain. It's almost like an energy was there.
Okay.
That's the best you got. Don't really know what to make of it.
Just kind of mental note. I'm gonna have to go find and befriend Abraham. Make him teach me about this shit. Just like mental note to myself. And I know it's absolutely ridiculous because nothing else is the same here. So you're gonna have to travel to another city to find some random crotchety old man. It's fine. Worry about it later.
It's true. So, in the bodega, it's you. Serenity shows up. Carmen, also known as Honey, is working away, doing a little homework, sitting at the cash register. Ari, Serenity, you walk in.
Yep.
Ari's there.
Yeah, Serenity looks a little more bug-eyed than usual. Like, you can probably tell she's hungry. Like, she just kind of points upstairs.
Go ahead. Honestly,
go
I'd
find the
probably
blood.
be upstairs working on paperwork.
Sweet. And Ari, you hear your messages go off. Obviously, you can't read it because as soon as you get the thing, but you know you have a message. And now you have to wait.
I go find the blood and I take my 2 off if I can.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Cool. And then I go upstairs and help Ari with her answering machine.
God damn it.
And you see a weird message.
Oh, Lordy.
Real weird message. It says, you have been in businesses with Katura Baptiste. We appreciate your shrewd and interesting business endeavors. We would like to see if we could be a part of your future. I'm sure you're interested in expanding, and we would love to help. Please contact us at blah, 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 at your soonest convenience.
Mm-hmm. Like, I relay that.
And there's no name signed on there. It just says thank you. And there's a little picture, like a little image of an owl like flying off and dust under it. And that's all.
I don't know who sent this. I
It's
have
not
no
a number
idea.
I recognize, right?
No, absolutely not. And this owl is not anything you've ever seen.
Well, Katura would probably be mad at me for just ignoring and blowing off blatant business stuff. So I guess I'll go talk to them at some point.
Right, but according to this, you can set up. I don't know. Do you have to do it today? I don't.
Let it sit for a little while.
Like, the way I understood it was the meeting does not have to happen. That does not have to happen right now. So
No.
Serenity, however, you've been getting blown up the last few days with
I
a bunch of random like Anarch Bruja get together, Smackdown slams, jams, and all sorts of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently people have very high expectations of you and
Lord.
what you can do.
Oh Lord.
And I don't know how you've been dealing with this, but it's a lot.
There's a lot. I mean,
Like-
honestly, a lot of it would just be her ask Gabriella, how the hell am I supposed to act in front of these people? I'm gonna need you to tell me how to fake it till I make it.
And Gabriella is mostly just told you act like a fucking leader.
That is not helpful. There are different types of leader, woman. I need a clear. Okay.
Like you'll stomp their shit in if they get on the wrong side of you, but you'll nurture and encourage them with tough love.
Okay.
It sounds like threats.
Threats. So I have to threaten people. Great.
It sounds like threats, and occasionally when they do well, you punch them in the shoulder and say that was fucking dope.
Am I the fucking genius of this timeline? What the fuck?
Yes.
Oh,
From the
Lord.
sounds of it, yes.
People are not convinced by you so far, Serenity. People feel like something is off.
Just you know that filter between your brain and your mouth? Remove it. And then remove the one between your brain and your
Apparently
muscles.
it's not on
And your
enough, but
fist.
as it is.
No, you must remove both of those filters and
I
then
will
go
say
ham.
this for Mingo, you have heard about some of these meetings and get-togethers. You may have quelled a few of these in your time.
Mhm.
Today, not so much. But you know they're happening. And you know Serenity is supposed to be the big leader behind them. You also know that something is going to shake with the prince. TJ is probably going to be in danger at some point. And while you don't necessarily have, you're not beholden to him. You're not the sheriff. It is still one of your clan.
Okay.
So that's just something to keep in mind before we get back to you. Getting back to you both.
Mm-hmm.
Please, what were you saying?
I was saying, yeah, figuring this shit out when you were never like this to begin with at any point is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Like-
Tell me about it.
Like if I knew if I had time to actually understand this shit, that'd be great. But now I gotta pretend to be a threatening badass way too fast.
Yep.
And if I don't pull it off, they already know something's off, and I don't know what I'm gonna tell them when they fucking ask. I'm pretty sure they're gonna
Punch them in the mouth and tell them to stop asking stupid questions. That sounds like what old Serenity would have done.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't even know what this Serenity does most of the time.
Serenity, you do get another message though, and this one's more kind. It is from Aurelio. And Aurelio is basically asked you, he says, I've not been around Mingo in a little bit, and I was hoping that you and your crew could go check on him because I think he gets a little lonely sometimes. Like he gets to hanging around with Kine when he gets lonely.
Got it.
He could use some kindred friends.
Will do. Dude has a badass sword, though. I will say, I want the sword, or at least something like it. It's a weird mental gymnastics of apparently you have to have both filters on here, but I
mean, you don't have to have both filters on here. That's the thing.
So
I mean, granted, if you punch me or Katura, we're probably going to hit you back and that'd just be a mess. Or Oscar. Oscar might learn how to like Hadouken again and that'd be a problem too.
That was bad. But I don't know. I'm figuring my shit out. It's not important. Yeah. I'm gonna get Oreos for Gabrielle and probably go check on Mingo. Because apparently that's the thing we're doing now.
All right. Hey, send this text back asking who the hell they are and when they want to meet.
I will do that.
Thank you.
With less hells, but business talk. And I will go.
Are you going to text that number?
Yeah.
You get a response back. The number you tried to text does not have messaging services available.
Oh, it's a landline or a fax thing.
Who the hell faxes to my cell phone? Oh, and we should probably ask Katura if she knows anything about this little owl, because they did drop her name.
No, this is true. Okay. I'll probably text her. I'll probably send her like a text later. I'm gonna go check on the Mingo.
Okay.
Sweet.
I'll go with if you want.
Sure. I mean, you want to take the bike?
Sure. Yes. I need to get one of my own.
I'm so in love with it.
Excellent.
I will get the Oreos on the way out though and drop them off for Gabriella.
She's like, thanks, boo.
Welcome.
And we pop back over to Mingo. Mingo, you've made it over into West Philly and into Al's apartment. Al is in the hood. Ain't no other way to put it. And you know places like this from your living times. It's been a minute, but you know places like these, and the people that grow up in these places have a bit of a tougher skin and a bit of a tougher time in life in general. It's not a whole lot of money flowing around here, at least not legal money. But can you roll me a wits and awareness?
You got it. Why can I not find awareness? There it is.
4 successes. Excellent. The one thing you notice is as you get closer to Al's apartment, normally there's people out here. It's every season, Dope Boy season, and it ain't a whole lot of the weather ain't too bad. You figured you see some people out here. But no. It's like as y'all got closer to where his apartment is, people just kind of like weren't there. People were outside on corners, kicking it. Suddenly it's real fucking quiet here.
Am I seeing lights on in houses and like TVs
Sure.
and stuff?
The normal household stuff. But like you went from seeing people outside, you know, people catching buses around the corners at convenience stores and shit like that, to like this particular block, no people.
Hey, Al, is it always this quiet around here?
Hell no. I usually have to tell these motherfuckers to shut the fuck up so I can sleep.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I work like 4 jobs, man.
Poor job doing what? You know what? Yeah. All right, keep your eyes peeled. Don't like the way look at this. And I guess I'll wait till we get to the spot and see if I notice anything immediately around his building before we go in.
I gotta say, bro, you got a real trustworthy face. So I'm trying to trust you right now. And you believe me when I said some real spooky shit. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. You know, you come looking for a helping hand, I'm here to help. That's all.
And get out. Al walks up to the door.
Is it just like a row house kind of situation?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Walks in. This place is a mess. There's like stereo equipment. There's like stacked up CD cases. There's like 4 computers in here. Al got at least 5 or 6 different hustles that he started and then gave up on. It has that look of the thing. And you like make yourself a home. You need a drink or something? Like I got some shit, what do I got? Oh, I got Henny.
Not now. Now I'm working, but maybe later. What's going on here, son? You need to get your life, boy.
Man, you don't even look all that much older than me. I'm just saying, like, I'm only 29. I still got time to figure my shit out.
Yeah, okay. That's you can at least clean it up. I'm just imagining it's like stacked
organized.
Yeah, yeah. And is it one floor? It's like the apartment's one floor?
No, it's 2-floor place.
Who you live with, Big Al?
And he looks around for a second. He's like, my mama? She work overnights though.
All right. You stay here a moment. I'm just going to check the place. And I want to do a check around the house. Looking through the windows, looking in the rooms, see if I see evidence of someone having been there or somebody there.
Intelligence and investigation.
Do-ba-do-do-do-do-do. Ugh. So that's 2 success, 3 successes.
3 successes. Yep.
Wait, is that 4 successes?
No, it's
No.
3 because it was just 110.
And I can only reroll 1, right?
Yeah, you'd only be able to reroll 1 of these.
I'll leave it. Okay.
Al is like, and he was stressing about you, like walking around the house and searching shit. He's just like, don't go in my mama room. That's all I ask. And in the house, nothing seems out of the ordinary. But you hear Al shift a little bit. Like he downstairs on the couch. And you hear him kind of like get up. Because it takes a lot to move someone who's this big. I hear him like at the window. You know, flip the blinds up sort of sound. And it's almost like you could hear the silence. And then, boom, 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 boom. Now it's like, oh shit.
Mingo's gonna run down the stair. It's the front door that's being banged on. I'm gonna run down the stairs, and where's Al and stuff once I get down there?
Al is like in the kitchen trying to hide, but it's really nowhere for someone this large to hide. He's like at this kitchen table, kind of like ducked down, got his strap sort of like over the table sort of thing. He's like, you gonna get that for me, fam?
Don't worry about it, boy. Relax. Peephole?
I saw that big ass shadow.
Is there a peephole?
Oh yeah.
I'll take a peep.
Boom, 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 boom. And you can see like dust shaking from the foundation of this place. And when you look out the peephole, you're looking at someone's chest. Like You don't even see a face. It is just like looks like a big ass shirt. You could tell, like,
Who's there?
Mr. Mingo. You cannot protect this one. I will destroy him and be on my way. Please step out of the way so I may get this done.
Why you? I think I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I think you should just keep it moving. Leave this one alone. He's got my protection now.
Your protection, you say?
Don't make it a thing.
And
Just
his
move along.
Voice is like, the accent is almost unplaceable. Like, this person's been to a bunch of different places. You don't know where they're from.
Mhm.
And when he leans down, you see a very gaunt face, like the skin is starting to sink in. It's not almost like looking at Lurk from the Addams Family, except a real person.
Mhm.
And he's like, if you would kindly open the door, I will not have to resort to violence. But if I resort to violence, I will destroy you without hesitation.
Hand on hilt of my sword. And then I'll open the door and we talk. If we can't tell it through a conversation, then violence it is. Agreed?
Please, step outside. And you hear him step back. Like, it's almost like a weight has moved away from the door.
Mhm.
And when you look out the peephole again, you realize Al might have been underselling this. This dude might be closer to like 9 feet tall.
What the hell? Does he look like Smisi? No, he looks like a gaunt thing. Does he look
looks-
familiar or anything like that?
You have never seen this man before in your life. He looks, the way Al described him, he does not look like that. There's no
Yeah.
spikes. He looks
Just like a gaunt
human,
person.
but almost like when you see him step back away and you open the door, he's wearing like a long like duster, almost like an old like a trench coat sort of thing. But he's incredibly skinny, which is weird because the sounds that he made when he hit like down the stairs sounded really fucking heavy.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn to Al and just Al, you stay in this room, but don't go anywhere.
Who the
If you
fuck
hear-
is that dude? He looks
Hey,
around
hey.
The table and he's like, that dude's like this tall. It's a monster. It's
Oh.
a giant.
I need you to shut up and I need you to focus. Stay here, stay quiet. If anything, fire your gun, I'll come running. You hear me? Al,
Oh, yeah.
you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, lock this door behind me.
I don't
And,
know if the door gonna stop that monster.
Just do it.
He wasn't that skinny when I saw him before.
Maybe it's is it even the same person? You can't tell.
He looks back over the corner. You're like, yeah, that's him. Them eyes look the same. And when you see this dude's eyes, you can see why he thinks that. His eyes ain't right. His eyes are like almost black. But the weird thing about it is like when you look at his eyes a little bit more, it's almost like bone is starting to cover his eyes.
Okay. I ain't scared of this motherfucker. I'm gonna open the door and I'm gonna go out there. Stand on the stoop. Do I hear the door lock behind me?
Yes.
And
you don't know how Al got there that fast, but Al moved real quick to that door.
And how far away is the dude on the sidewalk?
He's probably like he moved from like the house is a little bit back further than you see a lot of row homes, so it's probably like 10 feet between the door and the edge of the sidewalk, and he's moved back to the sidewalk.
All right, so and I'm slowly coming down the steps, but not charging at him or anything.
He is calm. He has his like hands just at his sides.
That's fine. Just my hand is just. How does Mingo do his sword? Do you think, Prince?
You tell me. This is your flavor, fam.
I feel like.
If I may, I always figured it was on his hip, but hidden with the long jacket.
I think you're exactly right, and it's like he's got like a whatever, like Spike when he fights that dude Vicious, get like that kind of trench coat kind of thing. No, something cooler, but he's got a long coat and the sword's on his hip and his hands on it. Cowboy Bebop reference already, sorry. Yes. And he's
Oh, I thought we were talking about Buffy the Vampire Slayer for a second. We're good.
Nah, dog.
My mind went there first, but then I was like, no, that doesn't make sense. I know.
That doesn't make sense. But I'm like, huh? And then, no, I know who Spike is. My brain took a minute.
And we look at him like, what's your name?
You ask me what my name is as if it is important.
Just being cordial while we start this, big boy.
You may call me David. That is the name I am currently going by.
David, what's so important about my boy in there?
This is a silly question. You, of all people, should know, the former sheriff, that a masquerade breach is very, very dangerous, and we clean up our own messes where I'm from. Not that I particularly care for the masquerade, but I need to buy some time.
If you can buy it, you can buy all the time you need by just walking away. The guy in there belongs to me now.
You know that is very much impossible.
I do not know that. Let's say I think I want to try this extinguished vitae.
Okay.
On this dude. And I think this is like an attempt to kind of like befuddle him as we're talking. And I'm also getting closer, like slowly, but like not trying to be, what's the word? Like not trying to look like I'm charging or aggressive.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Trying to be subtle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So it says here, intelligence plus blood sorcery versus stamina composure, which I'm guessing this dude probably has a shit ton of, but let's see what happens. Fuck is
Go
my
ahead and
stamina?
make your roll.
Intelligence and blood. Yeah, what's my blood sorcery? Why can't I read this properly? 3. Okay, so I click this. No.
That's a rouse check. Does it need a rouse check?
It does.
Okay, well then you passed. Congratulations.
Okay. And then I stamina plus. How do I roll the blood sorcery?
Whatever the number of dice you have, just put that in as a bonus.
Okay, so I can just roll stamina, then add 3. Okay.
Yep. We're gonna be bouncing back to you two in just a minute.
Oh no. Willpower. Oh my god. It's real bad.
I am just going to take half, and that does nothing.
Yeah. That's a shame.
You did it.
And he just stands there looking at you. And he goes, "Are you of the Vizier class? Or sorcerer? Or warrior, perhaps?" Perhaps you're too young to understand this part of your clan's history.
Fuck all. I think Mingo knows, but Mikey Mike forgets. I know. I'm just gonna say no, and Mingo's gonna just change the subject and just say, "I'm the class that's telling you to get the fuck out of here. I don't want any more beef about it. Just asking you to move along."
And as soon as you say that, Mingo, he is on you. It was like he was there, then he was in front of you. And I'm gonna need you to make me a roll to dodge. I need a dex and athletics.
Okay. I gotta throw. I'm gonna use some celerity at some point.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you got celerity that could potentially move you out of the way, you can use that too.
I guess I can't use fleetness. Is this non-combat?
Oh, this would be combat. He is trying to.
That's fair. Let's try this one. Blink as if moving towards a target.
That
Oh,
doesn't
fuck off.
apply.
Okay, so athletics and dexterity, right?
Athletics and dex.
Six successes. Right? Two
Two
tens?
hits. Yeah, that's 6 successes.
Yeah. Thank God.
Yes, because I rolled 5. So you see him move, and you're like, how does someone this big move that fast? And when you just roll out of the way, he just brings his hand down and punches the ground where you were, and the concrete just explodes. There's no other way to put it. It just goes flying in shards.
I would like to cut that hand off, please.
You gonna try to cut his hand off? Okay.
Yeah, this hand that's pounding the concrete. I want to see it as Mingo dodging backwards and then coming forward.
My cat just tried to jump up here and just missed because I was moving my arm towards my dice.
I heard your dice rattle.
That's cat. That's a cat. Cat's gonna cat. That's what happens.
You didn't name him after Morden. Which, if I remember correctly, he's kind of cat-like as well. So you just kind of did yourself in with that.
I think I'm gonna do this. I think I'm gonna use blink to get there in the blink of an eye. And I think I get +2 from my sword. And what does it happen?
+2 is just damage on the floor. It's not extra dice.
Oh, it's damage.
Yep.
And what about if it's a speciality? What does that do?
You get 1 extra die.
Okay.
What is your specialty?
Sword fighting, melee.
Okay.
Like a
I'll
chump. Yes. So that's melee and strength, melee and dex.
Dex and melee. But if you would prefer strength, I'll allow it.
No, dex is good. +1. And the modifier adds a dice, right? If I put +1 there, it's adding a die.
Yes.
Okay. I will re-roll. I'll use a willpower. Whoops.
Crit fishing. I see you.
Crit fishing. Dang.
So that is going to be 6 successes.
Yeah.
So you do manage to hit the arm. You do not manage to cut it off. What you're using the path of the sword that I gave you, right? How many dots do you have in that?
I don't have any dots in it because I forgot about it and didn't set it up. But tell me more.
Well, that matters. How many dots you would have had in it?
No, I don't have any, so skip it.
Yeah. So basically, you hit him with this sword, and you think it's going to do a lot more damage than it actually does.
Mm-hmm.
And it does catch him pretty hard. You put everything into this. And there's a cut. And he looks at you, and his fangs grow. And they're almost like, they grow so much they're almost like pus over his mouth. And you hear Al go, "Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck," inside of the house.
Is there any sort of like, if I made Al a ghoul, this guy would not give a fuck about that, right? There's no like, you can't fuck with another vampire's ghoul.
Al called him Diablerizing. I'll just put it like that.
God damn it, Al. I feel like this is me, Mikey Mike, feeling sad about Al, but I'm trying to figure out if Mingo gives a fuck about Al this much. But right? Because like Abana Hakim is kind of like, I'm trying to think of it as
what Mingo would do, not what Mikey Mike would do.
David's being an asshole. Like David's being an evil asshole who's killing this person who's like an innocent person who's asked me for help. Right? As sheriff, I would have been like, yeah, this is a Masquerade violation. Would I have killed? I don't think they would have asked me to do it because I don't think I would have done it, right? I guess we're in it now.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Mingo, I mean, if you're a sheriff, you're basically, you follow orders.
Yeah.
Or you don't, and you don't exist anymore. And the only reason you were able to walk away from the job, essentially, is because you followed orders, because you were a loyal soldier.
Can I ask that you cut away to the other players while I decide if Mingo's going to kill Al or not?
Where I was at. We're cutting back to the other players. So, you two. Ari, you've gotten a few messages from Snake Eyes. What Snake Eyes has been doing recently has been sending you things to try to jog your memory, essentially. So you have like notes that your old self sent him and his old self sent you, and they're really, really sappy because they're all really nerdy sort of like jokes and puns and shit because y'all are too awkward to actually say anything of note.
No, that's all accurate. And Ari's like, yeah, no, I'd absolutely, okay, that's valid, that's fair, that's fair.
None of this is really jogging anything for you. But you have like a purse full of little cards and shit that y'all have exchanged, apparently.
I am behind everything here, but it's more like having a favorite character in a book, like, yes, than anything to do with me.
Y'all are searching for Mingo.
Correct.
Are y'all going to the club?
I mean, do we have Mingo? Do we have Mingo's number? I would just text Mingo. Where are you?
I don't think we ever. I think we got Aurelio's, but I don't know if Mingo.
Got Aurelio's number. I don't think y'all got Mingo's number.
Okay, then yeah, we'd have to go to the club first, and then we go to the club.
You get to the club, and it's pretty busy tonight. Things are jumping. And excitement's going on, and Ale is working the bar. It is busy at the bar. What are y'all doing?
I'll go up to Ale. Hey, Ale, have you seen Mingo?
Yeah, he was here earlier, but I think he went to his like his old haunt that he likes to go to.
Where's that?
This fucking hole in the wall bar in South Philly.
Okay.
You got a name
You got a name and
or
an
like an
address?
address or something?
Oh yeah, you can look it up on the interwebs, but it's Ray's Happy Birthday Bar.
Ray's happy birthday bar.
It's just as corny as it sounds.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make
Okay.
sure.
But they have
Thank you.
Thank you.
karaoke, so he might be in there like moaning his life away.
That would be fun to see.
That I'm curious now.
Or
Thank
terrible.
you.
I'm not sure.
Come on, we gotta go make friends with the grumpy man.
All right.
And it's not super far away. And you're on a motorcycle, and you're a bruja. So I suspect you're speeding.
A little. Not
you
enough to
give
get caught
me-
by the cops.
Hey, Dex and Drive Whirl.
Oh shit! Forgot. Fucking.
I'm not
hell.
looking for a lot. I just need two.
No,
just
you're
need
good.
to.
I just forgot that I kind of need to bump that skill later. I thought I had 0 in there. Turns out I have 1. You tell me how that goes.
Yeah. Well, you don't crash. So you're
Thank God.
competent enough to not do that. But
Mhm.
unfortunately, you do get pulled over.
Ugh.
Bloop, bloop.
Hmm.
Hello. Good evening, ladies. Can I see your driver's license registration, please?
I hand it over.
Looks at you and he's like, that's a real dangerous speed for someone to be not wearing a helmet, and with the passenger with you, you were doing about 90, which is about 45 miles per hour over the speed limit here.
Ah,
Did you not notice that you were going that fast?
I knew I was going fast, wasn't paying attention to the number. We'll keep that in mind. I assume there's a ticket.
You do know that people tend to die instantly when they're going that fast and they're in a motorcycle accident, and your reaction times are usually not good enough to save you if someone is to get in your way.
Mm-hmm.
And after you just he just looks at you like and
What do you want me to say, sir?
I'm sorry, officer, I won't do this again. I'm sorry that I may have endangered myself and the people around me.
Gotcha. I was confused. Sorry. Yeah, that is 100% on the list. We'll not do that again. I will pay more attention to the monitor.
And he's like, And he goes to walk back to his car, strolling along. And then something, you don't see it, it's too fast, hits him and the car. And the car is now inside of a building.
Not my
Just
fault.
straight up blown through. Whatever hit it was humanoid shape, and just the car just went and into some houses.
Was it like crunch and fly, or was it like airbender?
Crunch and fly.
Okay,
You hear it.
okay.
You hear the
The
that
impact.
squelch of metal and the crash sound when you hear a car accident. But it sounds like a car accident and a really hard football hit, like together.
That's
The
a sound?
human
Okay.
meat sound to go along with it.
Ugh. Okay.
We're gonna have to get you a new ID again. All right. Well, we should go.
Okay. And I look at. Do I see? We don't see what hit it, right?
No.
Okay, we get the fuck out.
You can make a check, but that will require you to stay here long enough to look.
I'm cool with leaving.
I'm cool with leaving too for the moment. I go find. Besides, we're trying to go find Mingo. We're not dealing with this shit.
I need another Dex and Drive roll.
If you get pulled over, get him.
You can always rouse your Dex.
I'll rouse my fucking Dex. Success. We're still at 1. Cool. Oh, shit, I have to hit the drive first. Dex.
Ari, give me a wits and awareness, just for funsies.
Critical success, apparently.
Yeah, that is.
Oof.
That's 4.
We're gonna go ahead and willpower that. 2 more, so a total of 3.
3. Excellent. Serenity, you got your shit together. Whatever that was, that wasn't cool. It's time to go. And you know, the smell of burnt rubber and y'all peeling out is happening. But Ari, as you turn and look around, you know, just kind of the over your shoulder as y'all are peeling out look, you see person? Question mark. Looks best you could say is it looks like a zombie. Like something you'd see in a movie. And it stares at you with vacant eyes.
Okay, this one has this. Okay.
It does. It has human features. It just looks. It looks like a corpse got up and walked out of a morgue. That's the best way you could put it.
Mm-hmm.
The graying skin, the sort of like bloodless look. It's weird looking, but it looks human. And there's no way that something, you know, 5'9", maybe 170 pounds, just pushed a car into a house and basically splattered a police officer. That's the only thing you see here.
Fuck. All right.
Is that the thing from before?
The thing from before was definitely more shadowy. I don't know if those things can possess other things and it just walked off with somebody's cousin who got shot. I don't know. But
we'll worry about it later.
Yep.
We did not directly cause this one, so we're just gonna walk away before
So you
anyone
peel
should
out
pin it on us.
and make it to this happy birthday bar. I suspect y'all jump off the bike
Yep,
and take a
I
look
get
inside.
off the bike and go. I go in there and I look around for Mingo.
And there's some really bad country karaoke happening right now.
Well,
God bless broken road. Lead me straight to you.
that's hurting my soul.
Whoever's
That's what I
doing
do.
it is into it. They're all the way in, but it is.
I mean, they're having fun. Nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that. We're just walking away.
And no sign of Mingo in here.
I could turn around. I don't know where else to find them.
I don't know.
I
I'll
don't-
go up to the bar and be like, hey, weird question. I know. Mingo, was he here earlier? Aurelia told us to go check on him and we can't find him.
2 things. 1, roll me your willpower, your unspent willpower.
Ooh,
How much is you haven't used it too much today, have you?
I used it once.
So you should have enough. And you can't use your little somber thing to do this.
I don't even know what's going on. 2,
True.
That's 3.
3.
3.
All right. You realize as you walk up here without paying attention, there's a big ass mirror right behind this bartender.
Ooh, 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 no.
And you sort of, the best you could say is you just kind of will yourself to hold your person together long enough to talk to this person, which there is the shifting that you move to sort of like wiggle yourself away from being directly in front
doing
of
the
it.
drunk sway so nobody notices.
But you get a few side eyes. Something is off about this whole situation. And Serenity, you can roll me a wits and awareness to see if you notice this. But the bartender's like, oh yeah, Mingo, he was here a little earlier. Weird situation. There was a big guy, real big guy, probably like I don't know, size of a football player. And he was like,
I'm gonna use willpower.
He's been weird. He was talking about vampires and supernatural shit, creepies, werewolves, and ghosts and such.
Huh. Weird.
He didn't know what PBR was. That was what was really fucking.
That's definitely weird.
That's weird. Ivy doesn't. Ivy's not remembering what PBR is.
But Mingo left with him.
Oh. Cool.
Well, shit. All right.
Thank you.
Oh shit. Yeah. 1 second. And they left the thing. And Mingo, the card, being that you left with Al, you just left it sitting there. And it's like, they had this. I guess this man was a DJ or something.
I look at the name.
You recognize the name.
Okay. And Serenity just gives this look. Thanks, Graz. Already out the door immediately. Like, nope, we're going right now.
God, I am sloppy as shit. I didn't even notice that mirror.
Guess
I would
what?
have stopped you
Oh,
earlier
shit, fucks up.
as a storyteller, but you just went straight for it. So I was like, okay, we're gonna ride with this.
No.
No, yeah. I before we get on the bike, I show it to Ari. It's Al. So I'm gonna put it in my pocket. Well, first I'm gonna look at the address, find the address.
It probably doesn't have one. You gotta like message him or some shit.
Well, he wrote it on the back, didn't he?
Yes,
Did he write the address? Oh,
He wrote it
no,
on
let's
the back
go.
from
From the back.
He wrote it on the back because they were gonna go separate, and then they agreed to go together in cab. So if he wrote it on the card, it's on the back.
Nope, let's go.
And
Can
I
you
go.
tell Serenity what they were talking about?
Yeah, they were talking about ghosts and vampires and creepy things.
So this Al is either still human or something else. Or I'm assuming this Al's still human then.
He already seems like more trouble than he's worth.
I'm just going to go get Mingo at this point. We burned our Al, so
Are we sure? Are we sure? We tried to burn him and there was no ash left.
I mean that could just be a thing. I don't know how your flesh crafted shit works. Maybe they don't leave ashes at the end. I don't know.
It's a different dimension. It's fine. Let's go.
We're gonna pop back to Mingo.
Oh Lord.
Mingo, this is some shit. This big motherfucker just like took your sword, you full strength into it, and he's got a cut. It's not even that deep.
Mingo's gonna look back at Big Al in the window, quivering with his gun, and look back at David, turning into hulking out. I would like to get back to the house, and I want to just like bang out the doorknob. Like I want to open the door forcefully and grab Al.
Give me a strength and brawl.
Mm-hmm.
And a dex and athletics. I need both of these rolls.
Oh, help me, Rhonda. What is this? 2 successes? I don't need much to open a door, right? It's just like a
Maybe not.
regular.
That would be enough to open a door.
Okay,
The
and then
dex
Dex.
the dex and athletics. I need that one.
And I can't use fleetness or anything, right? Because they're all non-combat related,
Those don't really apply here.
which is kind of silly.
Can't you use blink to? Because you're focused on it. I don't know. I might be reading.
I think blink is like if you're going to.
I'll let you use blink to run away, but in this particular case, there's nowhere to run away to. You're going to a door and then bashing the door open. So.
Gotcha. Okay, so we're still outside the door.
Dex athletics.
Yes, that's athletics.
Okay. 4 successes.
Cool. So, Mingo, you hear him moving. As soon as you get to the door, you see the sword hit, doesn't land good enough to get a good purchase on there, just a slight cut. And you know something ain't right. Might be time to get the fuck out of here and get Al out of here while you at it. So you blast the door open, and again, you don't know how he's moving this fast, but he's behind you just as you get to the door. And it's not even that so much that you kick the door open and it cracks open, but he's behind you and it looks like he went to swing at you, and the entry part of the door just breaks off and goes flying.
Mm-hmm.
Like part of the whole door frame is gone. And Al is like already like up and trying to go out the back door, because there's a little tiny like backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially a hole in the ground. Is the best way you call it.
It sounds nice.
It's a Philly row home. There's not maybe like 50 cubic feet. Anyway, he's like out. He's like,
I need to catch Al.
Fuck this.
I need to catch up to Al. Like, I'm grabbing Al, blinking over to him, and I guess I catch him in the backyard.
Yes.
And I want to turn so that Al is between me and David and tell David, stop. I mean, what does Mingo sound like? All right, now stop a second. And see if
Al
that...
in front, so like as a meat shield, essentially.
I want to say stop, and then I'm going to put my sword to Big Al's throat, and I'm going to kill him in the backyard.
You're going to kill Al. All right.
I'm going to slit his throat, but I'm trying to say stop, don't attack me, and bring up the sword to... But I want Al to know at the last possible moment that this is happening for him.
As you go to do this, I'm going to need you to make me a roll. Make sure I got the right rolls. 1 second. Yes. Give me a that is intelligence and resolve.
Mm-hmm.
Because as you yell stop, it says, you stop. He is going to dominate you.
He wants to what me?
Dominate.
Oh, no. I have 2 successes. Should I willpower this? I'm going to willpower it.
You have your choices. I have mine.
I think I only get 2, though. 3 successes.
Yeah, no. So he uses mesmerize. And he says, drop the sword. And you do. And he says, bring him to me. And as much as you don't want to do this, you do. And you walk Al over to him. And I was like, no, fuck, man. No, fuck. I don't deserve this, man. I just saw some shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's like, they're done, my friend. Your apologies will soon no longer be needed. Or if there is an afterlife, be it heaven or hell, neither one of them will care for your apologies. And he reaches out, picks Al up by the throat, which this skinny ass arm that just got cut should not be able to do. He grabs him and drinks. And you watch him drain Al standing right in front of you. Drops his corpse to the ground. And then he looks at you. And he says, as he's talking to you, his face is getting fuller. His color is coming back. And he looks at you and he says, little man, you will see me again. You must be stronger when you come back to face me. Because next time, you will be the one who's broken. And he grabs your sword, he just snaps it in half.
Oh, come on now. Take it easy.
And walks out of the, just walks out.
Fucking guy. Okay.
Oh, and while he's walking out, he says, oh, before I leave, clean this up. And you get to it.
Mm-hmm. I'm very upset right now. I'm just letting you know. Don't like this guy. Don't like this guy.
And that is where we will take a break.
Holy shit.
So stay tuned, everyone. We're going to run a little bit of an ad here. We're going to take a 7 to 10 minute break, give everybody a chance to drink, stretch out, run to the restroom, all that jazz. And we'll be right back with y'all with more Vampire the Masquerade, Philly by Night. Rolling these 20s, John. Peace. And we are back. Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to Vampire the Masquerade Philly by Night, a Rolling Deez 20's John. I am, as always, your storyteller and the master of chaos and evil, Prince. And I'm here with my wonderful coterie who has just been put through a time. And so, we're jumping back in to Serenity and Ari arriving. Y'all are probably maybe 20, 25-ish minutes out from after all this has happened. But when y'all get there, y'all see Mingo dutifully cleaning up this mess. Somehow there's no police. Should be police. Because when y'all get there, it looks like a disaster happened outside of this house.
What the fuck did you do?
There's literally like a broken doorway. The sidewalk and the path leading up to the stairs to this house are destroyed. There are literally shards of concrete that have flown 5-6 feet down. Still eerily quiet here because you're driving through here, even hearing the sound of your motorcycle and flying through here, you know that everywhere else you passed was a lot more, I don't know, alive. This place isn't. And when you get there, you don't see Mingo immediately, but you can tell someone is taking the time to clean up some of the mess, kind of pick up some of the pieces, put the bricks back. The door is sort of like tilted across the doorway. Best way you could say. It doesn't really work. But when you go in, you see Mingo dragging a body out to the backyard.
Mingo, what are you doing?
Can I talk and do things? Like what?
Oh,
how
yeah.
does it affect me?
Oh yeah, you have you are doing what you're supposed to do, what you're ordered to do, and you can try to break this after they talk to you, but you do notice them there, and they do see you, and you see them.
I would very much like to try and break it.
Roll me your willpower.
Oh yeah, fuck. I mean, not you. You're a nice guy.
I believe that is
fuck
correct.
the
I'm
universe.
double checking to make sure I got this right, but I do believe that is just.
So
just
I have
willpower.
7 willpower, but I used 3, so I'm rolling 4.
Yes. Roll your
Okay.
4.
It's saying 5, but I'm gonna put 4. Okay. Oh wait, sorry. Okay.
Good on you. Because that was a hard check. You needed 5. You had to crit in order for that to work, and you did. But you do realize, like, why the fuck am I doing this sort of thing? Like,
I mean, I think
you also realize you probably should be cleaning this up, but like, this is not necessarily the way you would have done it.
But I mean, Mingo would also realize that that homeboy mesmerized him, right?
Yes.
And I think that
He does not have rational eyes, which makes you think that it was your own.
Right. So yeah, you guys see Mingo just kind of snapping out of it. It's like, motherfucker. And I just kind of fling Big Al's body aside, just like stop carrying it and just kind of fling it.
How does that make you two feel?
Serenity, honestly, just
Because it is like a dried up husk, but it looks like Al.
no, yeah. Serenity's just looking at Mingo more than anything at this point. Why are you here?
You know,
Did you just kill the prince's brother?
I don't think he knows it.
Do I know you two?
Yeah, we were hanging out with Aurelio. He told us to come check on you or find you and check on you because you hang out with.
I believe we're the ones who were told Morgana leave the fuck off.
And
See that one?
Mingo's looking for the sword pieces while talking to you two.
What did you hit? And I grabbed the other piece. I grabbed the piece of the sword, like at least a piece of the sword. Like
It's basically in like 4 pieces. It's shattered, but you can. Pick
I
them.
grabbed 2 pieces, and I'm like, this thing was so cool. I wanted you to teach you how to use it.
Give me
Fuck.
those.
Whoa.
And,
Okay.
Just, I'm sorry. Just don't.
What happened?
This guy Al came to a place where I like to hang out and be alone, and asked for some help. I thought I could help him, and
Something bigger came knocking?
something bigger came knocking.
Gotcha. Well, does he live with anybody?
Oh, right. He lives with his mother.
Then we better remove the body of her son, because no way in hell am I putting her through that. and I just start dragging Al's body. Do you have a spot you want me to put him?
Is there a rug or something? A very big rug, or a tarp in the backyard or something?
There
like
is a big rug, but it's not big enough to cover Al. You would probably need a tarp, and there's no tarp here, but you probably could find one. This seems like a place you'd probably find a tarp.
If I look in the other backyards, maybe.
Can I condense?
Oh Lord. You could. You'd have to roll that vicissitude roll, but you could.
I have an idea. It's gross. You're not gonna like it, but it would be helpful.
Turn
at
around,
this
Mingo.
Very moment.
Just trust me on this turn around.
Yeah, but
Mingo's
you don't
gonna-
have to.
Mingo's gonna watch.
Okay. Sorority's gonna turn around.
Crack.
Where'd you even get that sword? I want to know where you got that sword later.
All right, so I guess I'll use Mastery of Flesh.
I think that makes sense.
So it's just a rouse check, and then we see how things go.
Success.
Apparently in a very good mood today.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so. Yeah, so I pulled this part specifically for giving ghouls and other vampires bone weapons, but I'd imagine it works like the regular flesh crafting, just better. Dex and Viviscidity. So Dex. Actually, hold on.
Content warning, I'm telling y'all right now, if this is successful, it's going to be gross.
This. Oh, shit balls. That's not what I wanted to do.
That is not what you needed to do there.
So this one. Nope. Mother.
It's
one.
not, you roll it and then
I
you
think I got
add the numbers of dots you have into vicissitude.
All right. Well, then we'll just roll Dex plus 3. Plus 3. Met.
You good? We'll borrow it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and cancel for the
Reroll
love
2
of
of
pizza and ice
those.
cream.
Yeah, the 4 and the 5 can be rerolled.
Nope, wrong one. Cancel. Reroll willpower. 2. Reroll. What the shit? Thank you. 2.
Computer.
Hey!
Excellent. 6 successes. This is weird, Ari. You haven't tried to use this power this way before, but you have a feeling that it could be. It takes a little bit. And honestly, for Serenity and Mingo, this sounds awful. Because there's the sound of breaking bones. And then there's the sounds of those bones basically being wrenched from the skin. Because essentially what Arya is doing is removing the bones from this body to make it easier to dispose
hold up.
of.
Yeah.
It's like deboning a chicken. You just gotta spatchcock it up the center, and then you just press down and fillet it open.
And when it's all done, Arya's basically taken these bones and melded them together and made them pretty easy to bury. But was surprisingly gentle, I suppose, if
As
there was
close
a
as
way
you
to
could
put
be.
it, to what was left of Al, which is essentially at this point
Jello.
skin. It's a skin thing now because it's just a melted pile of flesh with no bones and no organs to really hold it up because everything gets drained.
Go ahead and use the bones, meld them
Roll it
together,
up
make
like
a
fruit
vase.
roll up, and it could be
Yeah.
easily buried.
Do we want to bury him here? Tori's still not turning around. Do we want to? Do we have a spot to put him? To bury him?
I say we put him in a garbage bag and bury him somewhere else.
Okay.
Not much weight to this thing at this point.
Yeah, yeah, just
But
grab a
it's all
garbage
bone. It's all, is it one mass or is it like still a few things?
I
Oh,
mean, there's probably a
the
few
s-
things.
Yeah, the skin itself is really not much
bag.
left to it.
In a
Yeah,
bag,
You
so-
would put it in a garbage bag. It wouldn't be too heavy. It wouldn't really stand out, honestly, at all.
No, yeah, Tori just holds it up
Probably
and
won't
not
even
looking.
smell because there's nothing left to really decay.
Ari is absolutely using every ounce of willpower to not take the bones and make them into funky ass wind chimes.
Leave a
No.
vase for his mom to remember
Yep.
him by.
To send her some flowers in a bone vase. Yeah,
Serenity wouldn't
That's the
shoot
plan.
that idea down if you ever
That is
say
the
it out
plan.
loud.
How are you
Absolutely.
y'all discarding the so you're putting the skin into a bag and basically tossing that.
I
Fry
would
it up
say
like
I would like to,
chicharron.
I mean,
Tossing it where though is a good question because
Yeah.
you're just gonna toss it in the backyard. I'm pretty sure the police is going to investigate.
No, I think we should take it somewhere else. I don't know. Storm drain.
probably sewers. Hell, we could just set them on fire.
But the Nas might get a hand hold of that.
All we gotta do is just get rid of it. So either we set it on fire and run away, or something.
Let's set it on fire somewhere else.
Uh,
Let's get the hell out of here.
So you leave out this disaster of a house still. Part of it because, well, Al had it as a disaster. And the other part of it because, well, the Giants and Misi destroyed it.
yeah.
But
What did this thing look like?
What?
Mingo?
Who was
Like
this dude
who,
anyway?
who the hell was here?
It said his name was David. About 9 feet tall. Thinner than a switch. But I haven't faced someone that powerful in a long time. Fuck,
Oh.
I haven't been scared in a long time. It's a new feeling for me. I'd forgotten
Did he
about
look? Did he look human or did he look?
it. Gaunt but human.
Okay, that's good.
But
wasn't Gaunt when he
He
was
def-
done.
he definitely had some
Weird shit.
tusks for fangs.
So that was Vanega.
Fucking hell. Yeah.
Never mind.
Would you guys mind? I don't think I can fit on this thing. You know what? I'm gonna get me one of these. What is this? A Harley? Is it a Harley?
Prince, what brand is this?
You got a Ducati.
Oh,
You got
Ducati.
you got a pocket rocket essentially. Yeah,
Not
this
my
is-
tempo. But I've been meaning to get one of these for a while. Out of character, with 2 in resources, I could have a motorcycle, right?
You could buy a decent motorcycle. Not as good as this.
Ducati's not even Mingo's tempo. He wants like we'll talk. But
You
yes.
could buy a used Harley.
Okay.
Not nothing new, but you could buy a used one. Still in pretty damn good shape.
We can only have to replace like 3 things on it, maybe.
But how about we meet up somewhere? I'll go dispose of this and I'll meet you
I mean, we can.
your place.
Serenity's bar.
Do I know I have a bar yet? I don't know if Gabrielle told me about that yet. I
Yeah,
have
you
a
know
bar.
you have a bar at this point.
I have a bar. We can go there.
Where is
Sure.
it? What is it? What's it called?
I believe I named it the Hopeful Vagabonds. And it's basically an alternative bar. It's in South Philly, so it should be not super far off from the bodega, so we'd be heading that direction anyway.
I'll be there in a little bit.
Okay.
And I think I'm gonna do my do I have to rouse for this shit?
What are you trying to do?
Obfuscate.
Oh. What obfuscate ability are you using?
I'm gonna roll rouse check. I'm gonna do silence and unseen passage. I'm carrying a bag of skin and a garbage bag. I'm just gonna like
Probably a good
both.
idea.
So I just want to
Like-
kind of like blink away and vanish and go take care of this. So I'll do the rouse check. That's a 0.
Mingo. You should not have let him dominate you in such a way. You should have just taken out. You should have been faster. You should have killed him in the first place when I told you to.
I know. I fucking know that. Doesn't help now,
Hesitation
does
costs lives. By lives, I mean yours.
Doesn't help me now. And I can imagine Mingo just clutching this bag and just walking, just like fucking don't
Muttering to himself.
Roll me your stealth with your dex. And you're using what?
I've got unseen passage and ghost in the machine and silence of death going. So I'm quiet, unseen, and no cameras and stuff can pick me up.
At this point, you don't even need to roll because that would
Okay.
give you enough successes to, pass most mortals without notice. So you scooch your booch and are able to get rid of this bag. I think that's priority number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Easy peasy. What did you do with the bones, Ari?
Did you actually make them into a vase?
Ari's wearing the bones as armor now.
I could. That's the best part. I could
know.
100% make a suit of armor. And honestly, let's be
You
real.
can make a sword out of
Al
it.
was big enough that I could just like wear the rib cage as a freaking breastplate, and it'd be dope.
Oh, you're nasty.
We're not in D&D.
Looking like a straight necromancer.
Oh, get out of
honestly-
the necromancer brain! Stop it!
No, leave me here. Honestly, I probably would have just pulverized them as best I can, just make them like thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner until they're just dust.
Yeah.
For as much as I could.
The weird thing about all of this, Ari, is you had time to do all of this. This did take time. And I think that might be on Mingo's mind as well. Like, how come nobody came? It wasn't quiet.
Ari's rationalizing. It's like, given the neighborhood, there's 2 responses. It's get involved or nobody saw
I
fucking
see
nothing.
shit.
Right. So Ari's like, I mean, it could just be a I ain't seen shit neighborhood. But still, after this long, somebody would be doing the I'm not looking, walking past on the other side of the street or something.
You ain't see not a single soul cross the street. Nothing.
I probably would use some of the bones to make a face though. Just because it's funny.
Nobody has auspex or anything, right?
So you're
No.
riding around with a vase under your arm, made of bone, clutching on
only
to
want-
Serenity. As you all ride to
I swear to God, that vase touches my back. I'm not gonna be happy about it.
Serenity's like, just fucking walk. You get to walk home.
What's it called? The Hopeful Vagabond?
Yep.
Yeah, the Hopeful
You're
Vagabonds.
getting on me for D&D names. Hopeful vagabonds.
Don't fight, okay, guys? Don't fight.
So I would say that
D&D
this
what?
this bar is probably deep in South Philly, like not too
Mhm.
far from the stadium, sort of thing,
Mhm.
off the highway, sort of thing, and relatively hole in the wall-ish. Not like a garbage place, but like fairly
Not
cheap
huge.
as far as Philly real estate goes.
Mhm.
And the crowd here, what do you think? Like, what kind of people come into your bar?
pretty much anyone alternative and bikers. A lot of bikers.
I would say you get bikers, and the other part of the crowd that you probably get is military folk. Actually,
That would surprise me either.
Because this is near where they would hang out. That part of South Philly. Usually not too much drama in your place though.
Yep.
And the crowds, even when they don't necessarily mesh, they don't bother each other. This is a place where people come and drink and chill, and if something gets too lit, they go outside and handle it, and then they go back in and everything's cool.
Hey.
So I would suspect that Ari and Serenity get there first.
No, yeah, probably.
And Gabriella, when you get there, is like
Running the shit.
No, she's like at the jukebox with the drink in her hand and like finding music to play. Like, I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of this shit. And then you hear Killing in the Name of. Come on.
Sure, he's bopping. It's fine. I know it's not supposed to be ironic,
I
but
told you. But anyway, y'all get there. Gabriella sees you. Like, have you figured out how to be a badass yet? Find your balls.
working on it. And I hurry out into the back. I assume this little office area or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just, anyway. Would you?
I just put the vase down by my feet.
Why? Why is
what?
there a bone base?
I was curious.
What are you gonna do with the bone base?
Put flowers in
You
it.
know what? As a matter of fact,
What-
give me a Dex and Craft, Ari. I just want to see how good this vase is.
It's gonna be the third grader using clay good. That's how good it's gonna
That's
be.
what I expect, but I gotta see.
Hey, you might surprise yourself.
2.
Yes.
Third
This is-
grader using
This
clay.
is
Where
that,
do you
that
play it?
base
Why-
that they make when you put the drunk people, when you have the wine and craft sort of thing, but that one person there got super duper lit.
And drank everybody else's wine.
So
Yep.
it's like uneven. There's some cracks. The seals aren't quite. You wouldn't put water or anything liquid in here because it would not stay.
But I have to make some
is
adjustments.
A
but
base, mostly.
What are you planning on doing with the flowers? What is the plan with this? Do you have a plan?
do I ever?
No, that's what's concerning me. Anyway.
And Mingo, are you going straight here after you're done disposing of the?
Also, I would probably tell whoever, you
Skin
can
suit?
walk in. Never mind. I don't have security. I don't have like that type of security.
Yeah, I would.
I'm
I would.
usually the security.
I would definitely go straight there.
Sweet. So, Mingo, you probably arrive maybe 10 minutes after they do. You catch like a ride share thing. It's probably gonna be your quickest way.
I feel like Mingo calls cabs. You guys still have cabs there?
Yeah, we have cab.
Yeah.
Mingo catches a cab, pays him cash.
That's it.
So yeah, Mingo gets there. It is relatively quiet tonight. It's probably maybe like 8-10 people in here total. And Gabriella is just thrashing in here by herself. No fucks to give. But yeah. You get there, but you don't see them.
No, yeah, I would have come out and looked for him periodically. So when he, if I take a couple minutes, I'll go get him.
Okay. So yeah.
Do I see any faces I recognize? Like
No,
Are
this ain't
there-
your scene, fam.
Brujas or people like maybe I knew from back in the day when I was a sheriff and they were like, fuck this dude. Like, is anyone giving me a side eye or like is anything awkward about me being
Yes.
there?
There is definitely a couple side A's towards you. By a couple of people off in a corner, and they are definitely rocking the leather sort of spiked look, and the other one is just rocking like flannel and dirty looking jeans. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't take strong sense of perception to know what you're looking at. That's a Brujah and probably a Gangrel. Just guessworking. You don't know.
Mingo's
for
not
sure.
in the mood tonight. Mingo's gonna kind of like give him the eye back, like, and do like suck a fang, like, not tonight, not in the mood. Yeah, I don't have to
Serenity
intimidate or
j-
nothing. They can just take that, and I can keep it moving, right?
Yeah, they just give you the finger.
Serenity just stands at the door like, get your ass back here.
You are not well liked in this one.
Yeah.
You know, this is not a place you would hang out. Because despite this place not having a lot of fights, if you hung around here, people would try to fight you.
Yeah, I'm moving with an air of fuck everybody in here, and I'm not breaking. I'm making eye contact with everybody that's trying to grill me, but not antagonistically as I'm moving towards Serenity.
And as Serenity comes out and kind of brings you in, that the finger goes down that they were giving,
Mm-hmm.
kind of back into their talk.
Come on. And I take him to the back. So
You notice this, Mingo. That's a look of deference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I caught that.
Okay, so you got the name, we've got the look. Why was he after Al in the first place? Did he say?
Well, Al caught him killing a Nas near, what was it called? Near Risque, an alleyway near the strip club in Sofro.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Cool.
So,
And
Masquerade
is he coming
Bridge.
back for your ass or?
The ball's in my court, as it were.
Ah, so you gotta go find him.
You said he was a real big dude.
Like
Mhm.
how big?
Big. And I
I need a number.
could tell he was very old, like 9
Like
feet tall.
9, 10.
Jesus.
Okay. Well,
I mean, how's this guy walked around, right?
Right?
Obviously old and very powerful, and I was very
That neighborhood was
dumb.
quiet. And I don't know if that's just the way that is, but I would think somebody would have said something by now. But that didn't happen. Nobody when when we were rolling down.
Oh, he definitely did some
Weird
he pulled
shit.
something in that neighborhood.
You can turn on the TV here, Serenity. You do have a little
I turn it
TV
on.
in your office. And the news is on, and
Nothing.
that's the only thing you really watch is to see if some bullshit went down back here. Super strange.
What's the story?
Oh, some thing about the weather changing very quickly here, and some teacher who has been arrested for inappropriate conduct with a student.
I turned the. I was gonna fight later anyway.
Leave it on, but just mute it.
Okay.
And what's my move? Can I have a spare sword? Or is this like I gotta go to like
A swordsmith.
is this like the Mandalorian? I gotta go to like a lady in a basement with a forge or something?
There are some blacksmiths around Philly you could find. You probably know them. I would say that. I don't suspect you craft your own sword, so. But I will say that I would suspect that Mingo has more than one sword.
Okay, good.
This was just your favorite.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, he diablerized a Nas for some reason.
did you fight him? Like, I'm guessing that's where the crater came from,
And
but you're still
and the
standing, so
sword-
that's good.
I
and the
did,
sword in
and
4 pieces.
as soon as he struck, I thought better of it.
Did you
Mhm.
notice any, like, aside from, like, if you hit me with the sword, I'd die. So aside from him not dying, did you notice anything weird about him? Like facial structure or weird features or like he had fucking
What-
claws?
His
or-
eyes were kind of
Bone. No, I don't
like
know that, never mind.
bones, like
No
I
matter.
coming
would-
out of his bottom of his
Sorry.
eyelids.
And And you said he had.
They grew.
Would this be enough for me to guess Zamishi at this point?
Or somebody that has the ability to do vicissitude, like you.
Okay, so.
Which would
And
be
you said
weird
he
if
just-
someone found out that you do out of it do vicissitude, because, well, you're not a clan that uses vicissitude.
Well, I mean, Mingo just found out. And
Yeah,
I'm wondering if
I was,
he's
I was
putting
about
that
to,
together.
I was just about
I
to.
mean, she did it in
I
front
was
of him.
wondering. I brought that up for that particular bit of speaking, because Mingo. How old is Mingo, by the way? Like in vampire years.
I
I don't know. I don't remember what you put down.
What generation are you?
I have to do math now. A couple 100 years.
Oh yeah,
So
you would,
yeah,
you would know.
you
Yeah.
would know that the clan.
1700, 300 some years. Oh, wait. 1832. So 200 and some years.
The clan that does this is the Samisi.
Yeah.
And what you've seen from Ari isn't Samisi, so there's some confusion here. And you also know that there's no Samisi in the Camarilla or really in the Anarchs that you've met. So
Yeah,
the
that
only
was,
that-
Samisi you know of are Sabat.
yeah.
Not great.
And I think I'd like to know where'd you learn to do all that? And I'm pointing to your beautiful vase.
I was a doctor once. I mean, I still am, I guess, technically.
Mingo.
Come on now. You flesh crafting like a Sabat, but you ain't Samisi. Where'd you get that shit?
Practice. Another place, another time.
Yeah, what time is it?
Oh, it's probably like 3 a.m. now.
Mhm.
You were cleaning and y'all were flesh crafting and shit for a few hours, honestly.
Mhm.
Well, that's what I've been up to in a nutshell. I guess we can save that conversation for another time, but what all have you been up to since
Looking for your ass.
not tonight, I mean. I haven't seen you
Oh.
in I guess it's
Oh,
been
right.
nights, right? Almost a week.
It's probably been more than that since they saw you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Work. I had surgeries.
Hanging with Aurelio. His club's dope.
Yeah, I heard you were spending time with him. You thank you for looking out for him.
You're welcome. We'll see how well that goes.
And
What
if
do you
he's
mean?
if he's scarred for life, I apologize again.
Oh, right.
What?
Did he not tell you about the Finder situation?
I've been kind of out of
Long
pocket for a
story
while.
short, we got. You weren't with us when we got word of it either. I don't think. No, you were. Nope, you weren't. Okay. Basically, we got told people were there was rumors going around that the cam was, kidnapping people. We got word from somebody else that there might be a safe house with all these said people. We go to check it out. Turns out it's a cult.
A cult.
Yeah.
What kind of cult?
Thin blood?
Yeah, something with
Stuff.
thin bloods. I don't know. They're being weird.
Is this something I would
um,
know about? Would that ring a bell for me?
No, actually.
Some
Yeah.
kind of weird thin blood cult.
I mean, it sounds like it's.
I don't know if they knew
You've
Aurelia was
heard-
there, but
You've heard of cults in your time, but
Sure.
you haven't heard of a thin blood cult. That's weird.
what'd you
That's
call it,
weird.
Ari? Ash something?
Yeah, I don't remember.
All right.
Only reason Ari knows about this because it's from a different fucking timeline.
Ari remembers exactly what it's called. Ari also knows that this is a sheriff of the Camarilla who was apparently doing favors for the prince just for the asking, and she's whether she wants to be, she likes being independent, and being the reason the cam gets information is not her thing. So she's like, I don't remember, some weird thin blood cult. I'm sure it's nothing.
I mean, Aurelia.
Honestly, at this point, if there's Zamish running around, then I'm much more concerned that the people who are disappearing that are not thin bloods accounted for by this cult are
Sabat stuff.
yeah.
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 Did you say aloud that that dude was the prince's brother?
Huh?
Did I hear that?
You
I probably did say that out loud, yeah.
You did say it out loud.
Yeah.
How did you know that? Did you know him?
Huh?
Listen. Don't waste time. Talk to me.
I mean, we're dealing with the Sabat, aren't we?
Did you know him?
No.
Can I see a lie? Is there a lie detector roll?
Give me
what's an insight belief with that
what's
one?
an insight? Yeah.
What's
I don't
an
even know if
insight?
I'm lying because I didn't know this, Al.
Don't.
Not a full truth.
That's not a full truth, and that can be detected, sweetheart.
So subterfuge and something?
Roll me yeah, manipulation and subterfuge.
I'm spending a willpower.
Right.
Do it. I want someone to catch Ari's bullshit for
Damn
once.
it. I only got 2 successes.
Aren't you beautiful,
What did
Ari?
Oh yeah, I am. What did I did not succeed on anything.
That's
but
gonna
we're
add
gonna go ahead and
+2.
is it +2? I thought it was
Think-
+1.
There's +1. Yeah. Because stunning is +2.
Stunning is +2. All right. So do I just re-roll it with that, or do I just assume I have
No.
one success?
That'll be just 1 success.
Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll willpower because that's terrible.
Yeah, that is.
Mm-hmm.
Much better. 2 + 1, so 3.
I can't tell.
You feel something ain't right here, but you don't know if it's a lie. You don't know. It's hard to tell.
Fine. I guess we all got secrets to keep anyway. Here's the thing. Do you know for sure that he is the prince's brother?
Oh, he looked vaguely familiar, and I was just making a joke. Like, they're both big dudes. I mean,
that
granted,
could
he's
be
a little.
help that we could use. If the Samisi's running around, we might be able to get the prince involved.
I mean, if there's a
don't
Michi
know.
running around, I'm sure he'll figure that out soon enough.
I don't know. Not going anywhere near
You
the
seem
prince, like
buddy with him. You might want to give him a heads up that your sword got broke because some big 9-foot tall motherfucker with bone eyes broke it. That might be enough of a clue in for him.
Yeah. Maybe I'll pay him a visit.
Serenity, are you like, while this is going on, have you looked into anything about Al on the internet?
I would have tried. I didn't know what would pop up, but I would try.
Give me an int in technology.
Ah, lordy. Do we even
I'm sort
have
of
any?
fishing here to see if you put together some things, but
Can I raise my intelligence? Because that'd be the only thing I'd be rolling. With
all right.
rouse.
Happy to let you rouse whatever you want to.
Well, no, yeah, that would be a different scene, so that dexterity thing wouldn't matter anymore. Okay. And I'm at 2 again. It's fine.
No one misses a sailor. You fall off of ships all the time. Just make one disappear. Easy as 1, 2, 3.
Two. Actually, I'm going to use roll power for this. Why not?
Have at it.
Still have.
4 successes.
Oh,
Excellent.
nice.
So Serenity, you actually don't start by looking for Al. You start by looking for the prince.
Mm-hmm.
If he's got a mask or anything like that. Apparently not. Still using the same name. But Tariq Jameson Cole been dead for about 65 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Alfred Michael Cole, 29 years old. He is not brother of Tyreek. As far as you
Mhm.
could tell, maybe cousin, nephew,
Hmm.
not 100% sure. They aren't brothers.
Not brothers, possibly ancestors, though. Because Tyreek's been legally dead for like, how long did you say? 60 years?
65 years.
65 years. And Al's 29. Because he exists in here and he's 29. And I mean, the most that I can put together is maybe they're like the way back cousins or some shit.
Huh.
So I don't know how much Tyreek would even care.
Well.
Prince or whatever the hell.
Well, that settles that. But we still need to contact the prince, and I guess we're in it now.
I mean,
Well, I say we.
You okay? Who's this we we're talking about?
You are a funny bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
not a
what's the
funky
name of this
bunch.
place? Hopeful
Marky Mark.
Vugaboo? Where'd you get a name like that from? What's a Vugabong?
He wants to go through the screen and smack you, but we're not going to worry about that right now.
I found a new word because, the Brugaloos haven't come through in a long time, so.
No, yes, it's
Thank
Serenity
you.
will just like. Oh, I feel like Serenity's eye is twitching just because that reminds me too much of Del Rey. Her eye's just twitching, like, don't do that again. I just came up with it.
Technically, you didn't.
So, what's the
I
next
know.
move? What are you guys doing now?
Going home right now?
Get some sleep.
I might try and,
Oh, we almost got hit by a corpse.
Oh, right, the
What?
zombie looking thing. How
Yeah.
about that?
That,
Entirely.
however,
It's-
is on the news.
Oh, good. Okay.
As y'all are like watching this through,
turn
y'all
it
see
up.
that in
Turn
the
it up.
news.
Yeah, turn it up.
And it basically just says that an unfortunate accident happened today when an officer was struck by a hit and run at an incredible speed, and officer was killed immediately along with 2 people inside of this residence. Forensic scientists are already working on trying to figure out what could have hit the car at this speed and gotten away. More news at XYZ time.
Holy shit.
Has the officer's name up there.
Picture
Yep.
with the flag behind him. Yeah.
All that jazz.
Wait, so what hit the car? Undead?
Corpse. I don't know. It looked like a zombie.
Yeah.
It's the best way I can describe it.
Give me
Does
an
Mingo know
occult
about-
roll, Mingo.
Fast zombies? What was the first one? Intelligence?
Intelligence and occult.
Booyaka. Not great. Okay. 3?
No, that is 5
Oh shit. Yeah.
because you
5.
crit. Messy crit though, so there'll be consequences to that. But Mingo, you, based on the description, it could be a few different things. But what stands out to you, because of this whole incident with the Samisi, is that you've heard stories, you've never seen one yourself, but you've heard stories about Sabbat that change Caitiff or Thin Bloods into ghouls. Basically, before they get all the way turned, they don't get there, and they're ghouled instead. But these ghouls essentially are like movie zombies, except incredibly strong and take on some of the aspects of the person that turned them. They're usually tossed in very similar to shovel heads into a mass grave. They come out broken.
Mm-hmm.
It is the best way you could describe it is something in between a ghoul and someone has been fully turned because they don't have their faculties anymore. They are all beasts.
And this one's loose, so they get loose, I guess, or they're just running around.
You have never heard of one just running around.
I'll convey all that information to you guys, and I'll add that at the end. I never heard about one of them just running around.
Probably wasn't then.
No, I mean everything else adds up. It sounds like there's just a lot of shit brewing in Philly right now.
Mm-hmm. Once it ever not.
Well, I need to go feed, and the more I hear about you guys, the more I feel like I should stay away. It seems like you're
You're
magnets
more
for
than
trouble.
welcome to.
Probably wise. Probably wise.
But
But we're
You
where
give
all
that
the
word
fun
to
is,
Aurelia
too.
too if you want. That's up to
Aurelia
both
likes
of you.
you. I feel like our paths will cross again, and thanks for the help.
No worries.
And I'm gonna go feed. I'm at 3 hunger. I want to eat something before the sun comes up.
Before you get there, the door opens to your office, Serenity.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see anyone.
You gotta grease these doors. You can't be having doors like that in a vampire game.
It was closed all the way.
Do we smell anybody's hearing?
Do any of you have auspex?
Nope.
Again with the no aspects.
Wits and awareness, I guess.
The two people that have it
This
are
is
not
a very
here.
hard check. I'm just saying. You're looking for 6 successes.
I have 4 dice, so then I'm not aroused. I think I already roused intelligence, so I can't.
You can rouse another one, and a scene. The only thing that you can't do is have more than one risen for a combat.
I mean, I feel like I'm about to enter combat, so let's worry about it. It's fine. I can't. No, it's fine.
What am I doing? Let me just roll it. Okay.
Fuck you, Ari.
I mean, Ari's the one who caught. If it's a thing, I'm thinking Ari caught it before, so makes sense.
I mean, we're about to wrap. I'm gonna do the willpower reroll, and I can roll.
Are we about to wrap? Shit.
I can do
I feel like
2.
we're getting there early.
Hey, all right, nothing. No.
Nothing. Did you roll already, Ivy?
Me? Oh, I'm
Yeah.
supposed to. I have 4 dice. I
You could
can't
crit.
make it.
You could crit.
Okay.
I mean, you don't have to roll, but you could crit.
3.
Cool. Y'all see the door open. Y'all hear the door open. But y'all don't see anything. Like, best y'all can tell this. Like, I mean, there's a general sense of nervousness. Maybe as a vampire, but like, nothing seemed out of hand. Ari, however, it's not even so much that you saw anything, Ari, because you didn't. You don't know what the fuck went through here. But you heard something. Do you follow it?
Yeah. I'll go ahead.
I tail after.
Ditto.
So Ari just pops up, goes walking out towards the.
I rolled a rouse because I know I'm gonna use it for something here in a minute.
I was gonna ask, are you trying to use something before we?
I just have a moment where I'm like, you know what? All of my fucking powers require me to rouse, so let's just go ahead and just on
Do it.
guard.
This thing is not going towards the front of the bar where people are. It is heading out the back way, and you can't quite tell exactly, but there's not a whole lot of directions. It either has to go through into, the place where you keep all your kegs and refrigerator, or out the back door. And all but one of these doors are closed, which is the liquor storage closet. It's
Mhm.
open. What do you do?
And it looks like the liquor closet door just got opened, or like is
No,
that
it
the only one
was
that would
it
be
was
open?
open.
Okay, so that's the only one that would be open. I think I would just stand at a door frame and be like, if you're just, it'd be a lot easier if you just popped out.
You don't hear shit.
Mm.
No responses. It is definitely quiet. Outside of the sound of music playing in the front part of the bar.
Mhm.
And it's partly open, this door?
It is
This
wide
door's
open.
open.
Oh, it's wide
This
open.
door is wide open.
Yeah.
Can I investigate and see if there's a change or anything? Is that going to be helpful?
You
Maybe.
can certainly try. Intelligence and investigation.
That's right. It's checking by the like not opening the other two doors, but checking them, like checking around, like just.
No, I cannot. The answer is no, I can't.
You don't see nothing that's out of hand. It looks like a liquor storage, though you do see a few vintage bottles of bourbon that would be very, very interesting to your palate.
That's right. What did you see, Ari?
Nothing. Heard something.
This is a dead end, isn't it?
I'm gonna go
Mm.
ahead and, since I roused already, use. Y'all should probably stay behind me. This gets uncomfortable.
No.
Shadow cast, and I will just have my shadows spread out along the floor. One will go just under, I guess, under the first door, and the other will go up to the open door. And I'm basically just gonna herd whatever is in that room with the shadow spreading into a corner and see if that, because nobody wants to stand in a La Sombra shadow, so I imagine they'd try getting out the way.
If something is in it, what is there?
Let's
Roll against
see.
this.
Standing in Oblivion shadow is a terrifying prospect.
Nope.
Willpower damage. Oblivion rating. Hold on, let me
it's
just
not
click
in
this.
here. Son of a bitch. I forgot.
Did that come up? That didn't
Yes,
come
yes,
up.
yes,
Why
yes,
did...
yes.
It came out.
Oh, okay. Then my computer's being wicked slow, which is also exciting.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Cool. You basically push into there is shadow almost encompassing this whole way. So there's one little spot of light, which is just a little sort of exit light for the back door.
Mhm.
And then in the liquor room, there's just a light like an LED panel light. It's not very bright, but it's enough so you can see what's on the top shelf and on the other shelves. But the actual light in this room is off, so it's just casting some shadows up into like a corner where both of the walls that sort of meet leave a little pocket of light. If there's something, it has to be in one of those places.
Would I be able to move through it to get to that spot, or would I have to save against it?
I would need willpower roll to see if you could do that.
What should I use?
Maybe
Hold on.
guy for-
Is there like a when they put the empty bottles back into the boxes so they could throw them out? Is there like an empty bottle I can take and chuck in there?
No, not close. You'd have to actually grab a bottle. You'd have
Like
to
a
leave,
full-
like you'd have to go back out towards the bar or something to grab a bottle.
I think I've only used 2 willpower, so that would be I have.
You won't pass.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
You won't.
Okay.
I don't know.
You don't want to step in the shadow. It just the idea of going into it sort of fucks with your head.
I will do that then. I'll go and grab some empties from the bar real quick and come back, and I will
That's fine.
just throw them into the corner. There.
Give me a Dex and Athletics.
Yes, sir. Don't I have something that's like
For
What
throwing beer bottles at people?
Oh no, it's I think it's like a celerity thing. I think it's level 5 maybe where you could like throwing items, you get like a thing for it.
I think rapid reflexes does well. That's lets you reload things faster. I'm not sure. Hold on.
5 successes?
Sweet. Where are you throwing? Towards the exit sign or towards the?
You push them into 2 areas. Like there's 2 possible corners.
2 possible corners, basically. There's one towards the back door exit. Big old exit sign over it.
Can I just do like like fling 2? And is that a good enough roll for that, or do I have to pick?
You'd have to pick.
I can always get something else.
What do you guys think? I'm thinking the
I
fridge.
say check the exit door because
They were trying
the
it
other
out.
one he's stuck in, or
Yeah,
they're
that's
stuck in.
Smart. Exit door. Wakata.
You throw, and you expect to hear a crash. Do not. And Ari, being that you can see that you're oblivion, you see a bottle basically hanging in the air. And then there's a person staring at you. Hood up over their face. You can barely see eyes. They're wearing like a mask, like a I forget what they call those masks. The ones that you pull up. It's got the long. Like,
The gator.
yeah, the gator. Thank you. Over their face. Black jeans, black hoodie, and it's just eyes looking at you. And then a hand moves towards the exit door.
And I will go ahead and rouse again because I've only got 1 hunger, so fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still at 1
Jesus
hunger.
Christ, how are you doing this?
I am the devil, and I'm here to do the devil's work. I will go ahead and rouse again because that, and I will pop the shadow arms and just across the walls, you both, and I'm guessing this person, these tendrils of shadow just in towards the door. It's rude to just lurk on people and not say hello.
What is the resistance to that? Let me look. I always forget to bring up my
There we go.
Chicago book because it's in there.
Look, we need to make a cheat
Okay,
sheet.
so they did Dex and Athletics. Okay. Roll me your Wisdom Oblivion.
Wits +4.
Do you have potence?
Oh yeah,
And add half of your potence.
that's just 1.
It's a +5 total.
Hot diggity damn. Do you want to add any more to that? Do you want to roll your willpower?
I think I've got 1 willpower left, so sure.
Because there's really just a crit and a success.
So I can
You have
do
a
I
lot
can
of
do all
dice to
3, right?
roll. Yeah.
2 more.
Yeah, 7
So
successes.
7.
7 total.
These arms just grab this person. And I suppose you could drop your shadow cast at this point. 'Cause he ain't going nowhere. Or she. Or whatever. But once the shadows sort of coalesce back towards Ari, y'all see one shadowy arm just squeezing a person.
Are they like?
I don't know. What are they? How are you doing your squeeze, Ari? Are you trying to like choke them out? I mean, they're not choking. I'll put it like
Not,
that.
Probably more around the center than grabbing the throat, just because center mass means there's more of you that
Arms
you've got to try and
pinned.
get out. Arms pinned.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The bottle drops. Now you hear the crash.
I'd like
And-
Mingo to move and knock the hood back. I want to see who the hell this is. Now the shadow cast is gone, right?
I will
Yes.
drop the shadow cast.
Okay, yeah.
There are still shadow arms, and
Oh, yeah.
Ari is probably slightly like smoking, but
Mingo's slightly unfazed by that, but just also kind of like, who the fuck is this motherfucker? So who that?
and you knock off the hood, and looks like a young woman, maybe early 20s, late teens. You pull the mask down, and she has like long black hair. Pull the mask down, and pearly whites, and she's smiling at you, just looking straight at your face. She says, "Hello, Sheriff."
Do I recognize this lady?
Nope. Everyone recognizes you. You're a sheriff.
I was a sheriff.
You were the sheriff.
You got me. Sheriff no longer. Who are you?
I'm nobody important.
so
Mhm.
that means we could just kill you and it's cool then.
I'm surprised I lasted this long, to be honest with you.
Why were you in my office?
Because you're an Anarch Bruja leader.
Ah.
Maybe, just maybe, you'd have something worthwhile in there. No. Boring ass bar with boring ass person running it.
So you're just a thief.
That would be selling me a little bit short.
Were you doing this of your own accord, or did someone send you my way? Not that it.
Now, if you were me, let's think about this for a second. If you were me, you had a powerful boss, would you snitch at this point?
I mean,
And
if
then
it
if
means
you were
keeping your
me-
life.
And you're working for yourself and you're trapped right now, would you telling yourself, you'd be like, yeah, I did this on my own so no one can find me?
I mean, either way, it sounds like you're dying. So
Why are y'all so violent? Why does that have to be the only way things get done around here? There's these
well,
things
we're
that
the ones
we
who got
use
you.
in
we're
my
the ones who
world
got you pinned to a wall.
called trade and bargaining.
Well,
she's
that's what
like
I was about to get
Putting
to.
their hands
What do
out
you?
over the shadows.
What do you
like,
got? What do you got that I would even want? That's my question.
Maybe your salvation, but if not, I have a PlayStation 5.
Sorry, that was Mikey Mike, not Mingo.
Salvation. I mean, we're kindred. We're pretty damned anyway.
See, you're thinking of this in a very, very short-sighted way, Miss Anarch Leader.
Also,
Well, salvation
is this
from
an
what?
area that like people might come to?
No,
Okay.
Yeah.
because the bathrooms are like on the other side of this, and this is like the area behind the bar.
We don't have to worry about a
Office.
masquerade shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. If anything, Serenity would probably
And
go get
If
Gabriella.
you look back over your shoulders, like back towards the way down here, you notice Gabriella is dancing sort of in front of this area.
Mm-hmm.
very
Trying to keep it.
conveniently placed.
Nah, yeah, she's playing distraction. Anyway.
I'm serious about the PlayStation 5 thing.
What the hell is a PlayStation 5?
Don't worry about it, Mingo.
Fuck off.
You said
old
salvation.
man.
I'm more curious about the salvation shit. What the fuck you mean by that?
You really don't know?
Listen, man, the sun's gonna come up soon. Can you get to it?
Like, there are plenty of people. So I'm asking specifically what you're talking about.
The prince is gonna kill you.
I'm not surprised by
Oh,
that.
that's not news.
Oh.
That Jesus Christ, that's the big thing. Oh Lord Almighty, you say that like that wasn't possible to begin with.
But why? Why would... Did I hear that they call him TJ in this universe?
Yes.
Ugh. What's his last name?
Cole.
Why would Prince Cole want to kill you?
Anarch leader.
If you let my hands go, I could show you my phone and give you a bunch of information. I really can't go too much of anywhere right now anyway. And these shadow things are really fucking cold. I didn't expect them. These are icy. Where did you learn to do this? What clan are you from?
I will
You're
just
one of those
slowly
Giovanni?
move them up till they're like under her throat and like her upper arm, so she can get her phone out. She can penguin arm,
Not on
but
the
that's about it.
chest, not on the boobs. Stop. And she reaches in her pocket and she pulls out her phone and she kind of looks down and does the little thumb motions. And then she hands it to Mingo. She's like, I can't believe you don't know any of this stuff. You're the sheriff. You really were one of those ones that we could dodge around. Like, I know so many people that dodge all your bullshit because you are so obvious.
I'm ignoring her as I'm going through her phone.
And you see a bunch of text that, Serenity has exchanged. Nothing really of import in the text, but there's a bunch of pictures in here of notes that have been exchanged, plans, blueprints, things of that nature of how they're going to strike at the prince to kill him, and their plans to kill you for your judicious executions done in the name of the Camarilla. This girl, based on what you're seeing after you get her phone and you start flicking through things, she unaffiliated. She's been selling information, stealing things and giving them to whoever pays her, essentially.
Two things. Can I quickly, or in this time that I have, figure out her name and also get a sense of like how much information is on the phone?
Not quickly, but you can get her name, or at least what people call her, and it's Shade.
Shade. And I'll turn to Serenity and just, so you've been plotting to kill the prince and me, it looks like. No wonder.
I'm not gonna lie. Most of those plans got made before I met you, so.
Well, I mean, it just
Serenity.
explains why you're fucked.
1 second here. Serenity. You have a moment when he says this. And it is a flashback. You see a friend of yours. You and a bunch of other anarchs are having just a great fucking time out at another bar, not yours, bigger place, and just having a ball. Y'all go out, y'all like under the highway, just talking shit and the stuff that y'all are going to do to make this city better and yada, yada, yada. And then as y'all start to disperse, there is a moment where 3 of your friends, basically new ones, get swooped up in a dark van. And you see Mingo driving one of them. You follow it, And eventually, you find out where they are. You'll try to break them out. A couple of you are killed. Mingo had nothing to do with this part. But you do eventually end up at Elysium because you know what happens at Elysium. And these were kindred who were embraced without permission of the prince. And no one has claimed them. No one knows who embraced them, just that they were. And each and every one of them is executed. Despite your arguments to otherwise what they're supposed to do, yada, yada, yada. Because all of you that you know have presented yourself to the prince since you've been here. And there was no drama. But for these, Mingo, Lord, done. Heads off. Mingo, you don't think none of this. You probably won't remember these fucking people anyway. This is all business. You just did your job. And then you pop back too, Serenity.
And Serenity smile.
Feel that anger. It's there now. It is in you.
So I will erase what Serenity said. And I will say, you don't even remember, do you?
You're probably referring to something I did while I was sheriff. There's a lot I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't really care about any of this. Can I go? I have
check him out for 2 seconds.
all my information now at this point. Well, not all my information, just
all right,
enough of the
can you
information
shut her
to be
mouth?
dangerous. Please don't. Please
Then
don't do
please
that.
shut up on your own accord then.
Your voice is so annoying though.
Would you rather not hear anything at all?
I can do that too.
Ew, shadow in the ears.
And she just kind of hangs her head down. And her head
Thank
just kinda
you.
falls over her face.
So who was it? Was it a friend of yours I killed?
3 newbies. Didn't have fuck to do with the cam, didn't do anything wrong. But because whoever made them, not by choice, decided to make them, they had to die.
Those are the rules.
Yeah, you assume everyone follows your rules, don't you?
I did.
And former sheriff, Q and the former. I'm real confused then, because you left for some reason. Why? I don't fucking know. Don't even know if I particularly care.
No, you don't know. You don't know what you're talking about at all.
You are former
let's
sheriff.
Stay focused and back it up. Who I was is not who I am today.
Yeah, but who you were has to pay for shit.
Mhm.
So, and
From
I look
you?
over at the
that what's
girl
happening?
who is dangling right now.
Hi. Can I
what
talk
is
now again?
Yeah, what is your going rate?
And at that, her mouth just opens up into a grin. Well, depends. I'm very, very good at not getting caught. You're just weird.
Thank you.
But depends on what you have to trade. It could be information. It could be things. Do you have something interesting?
No, I'm more curious how much it would take for you to be quiet.
Ooh, do you know what happened with that police car? Because that was some crazy shit.
Oh, I do a little bit actually.
I'll trade for that. Oh, wait, you want me to be quiet for that? What do you mean by be quiet?
Specifically, for the next, I don't know, couple weeks, come to me before you go and sell anything to the cam.
Ooh, you have to pay really well for that.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Why she asked.
I'm not talking about money. I hope you know.
What do you want?
I can get money. Money's easy. Like, everybody has money. You know how many of these crypto bros are really, really easy to rip off? It's just the password. I watch them and I steal them. So easy.
Focus. What's the price tag? Is what we're asking.
Well, I do have one thing that I think you all could do. Could you maybe potentially let me go. I want to whisper this, but I want to do it dramatically.
I lean forward. Will that help?
Kill my sire.
Are you down for sire killing?
Hey, not so loud. Who knows who's watching?
I mean, I would have tried to say that quieter. Sire killing apparently is the price tag.
Patricide isn't really looked up upon in the Camarilla.
Do I look like Camarilla to you?
Yeah, but he does.
Don't worry, I don't think I'll be involved in it, since I am a former sheriff and all.
Can you please let me know? I think I'm getting frostbite. I don't even know if I can get frostbite, but it feels like frostbite. Am I turning blue? Can I turn blue?
No. How old are you?
What do you mean by how old am I? Like,
How long have you been?
in
How long have you been
vampire
this way?
years or
Yeah,
people
How
years?
long? How long have you been this? How long have you been this?
14 months, I think, if I'm counting right.
That explains that. Okay. No, you're
I'm pretty sure that, like,
Shatterbox.
and she looks over at Mingo again, that your pet, like, whoever came after you is probably supposed to kill me. I know what my sire is. You probably should kill him first, but, like, not me. I've provided a lot of very interesting things to the Camarilla because I go in a lot of places the Nosferatu's can't. I'm way better at blending in. And I know how to be quiet in situations where it matters.
What clan are you?
Don't know.
I mean, you don't know. Have you not met, have you know who your sire is, but have you talked to them at all?
I talked to my sire, but I don't know what clan he's from.
Who is your sire?
That's a good
Technically,
question.
I think I'm not a thin blood. What's the other thing?
Cative.
That what they call us? That's a stupid name. I need something.
The one
better
that
than
basically was could be embraced by a clan, but it got wonky.
Some
And you're
motherfucker
not
told me
that
my
clan.
blood was weak, and then I stabbed them with a piece of glass, and they didn't say anything else about my blood anymore. Ooh, and she looks over at Ari. It's like, how do you feel about mirrors? I saw your clans. Your people hate mirrors. It's so fun.
Okay.
Anyway, can I go, please? I won't talk to anybody. If, like, that's the deal you want to make me. Like, if you can offer me first dibs on information, like potentially that one
The
other
card?
sect that everybody's scared of.
The what?
The Sabbat? Is that what they call them? Sabbath? Sabbath?
Mm-hmm.
It's Sabbath.
Sabbath. That's fine.
They're back in the city apparently or something. There's
Oh,
like one
yeah.
really big dude,
Yep.
but he can shrink. Did you know that?
It's not surprising. I can do that too.
He's not the only one though. There's been some weird things going on at graveyards from what my people say.
Weird like what?
That's about all you're getting out of me because y'all haven't paid me anything yet, and I'm still being held by icy cold hands made of shadow. So
Sorry.
can I get down now?
You can get down. I'd like you to stay put for just like a few more minutes.
Yeah, few more seconds, few more minutes. You need to get your time thing right because like we need more exacts in negotiations here.
Okay. I want you to sit still long enough for us to negotiate the deal. So if you can do that of your own accord
Does this
without
still
the
mean I
shadow
can't like
arms.
bounce on my toes or anything like that? Or what is it?
I'm just
don't
gonna
care.
hold her at the shadow and like push her down the hallway.
Cheek, if you can, Okay. Do you want to tell her shit already, or like, what do you want to? What do we tell her? Because we have to keep her quiet somehow.
I mean, we can absolutely tell her that a corpse hit the car and not to say nothing about tonight.
Yeah.
I
I
think
can't
that's
hear you
reasonable.
from down here. Y'all gonna like talking about some important things?
She can probably hear us because that's probably what makes her a decent fucking spy. So.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty cool if it wasn't so creepy. But it's cool too. Can you
So,
teach me how to do that? Is that be part of the price?
honestly, if you actually want to learn, sure.
Is it true that like if you use the shadowy thingies that you turn into
It
more of a
slowly saps
monster?
your. Yes, it slowly saps your humanity and you become more and more evil. Yes, 100% true.
Maybe I could turn it like King Kong.
Eventually, I'm sure.
Okay, well, if you let me down, I can agree on that deal. I mean, that and some other things. We can work out a contract. I've done a few of those.
All right, I think
Yeah.
you can let her know.
So I will release the arms and just put them around her ankles so she can't run yet.
I thought you were like, release the arm so she drops and then grab her by the ankles and then hold her upside down.
Shake her up.
Nah, she can't run away.
And then
You
she
can bounce
puts,
though.
as soon as she gets down, she puts her hand out towards Mingo.
I give her back the phone.
You didn't even find anything cool. You don't even know how to use technology. I bet you don't even know what a TikTok is.
You didn't know what a PS5 was. Even I know what that is.
TikTok is certainly interesting.
So,
So,
beyond
Silence?
obvious cute silence for about all
Silence?
of that.
for this evening,
with only the Camarilla, you said.
and the Sabbat. I hope I don't have to say, don't go telling the
I
Sabbat nothing.
Don't know anybody from the Sabbat. And from all of the things that I've heard about them, they don't really like Kadif, or that's what you call us, or Thin
They
Bloods.
don't really like
I didn't know
anybody,
which
from
one I
what can
was,
tell.
but thank you for telling me.
You're welcome.
If you have the full powers, you're Kadif. If you don't, then you're.
You might turn into a chicken though, so just be careful.
What?
It's an old friend story. Don't worry about it.
I thought that was the puppy
chicken?
clans thing.
It,
Oh, Gangrel, yeah. Do you
so
not
if you
even know
want,
the name of?
if you want more information,
Okay, do I need to give you the history?
no,
like
no, you don't.
No,
Because
don't
then
care.
if she
I could
needs
probably
more
find that if I
information,
really wanted to, but I don't really
Exactly.
care.
Okay.
she might just turn into a chicken one day. It happens. You get stressed out, then you're a chicken. So,
Huh.
We've all been there.
Anyway, deal, shake, whatever. Do I have to spit on my hand?
no, I think we're good without the spit.
Yeah, it's fun.
For silence for this evening, don't tell nobody what you saw. Blah 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 conversation tonight. That the thing that hit the police car is some kind of zombie.
Wait, zombies are real?
Apparently.
Holy
a
shit!
version of them.
I have to find out about
I would
this.
stay away from them if I were you.
Yeah,
Yay.
that thing was terrifying.
Yeah, and they usually are
it was a
associated
single
with the Sabbat.
person that hit like a damn truck.
It folded up a whole police car.
Yeah, into a building.
Mm-hmm. So again, I repeat, if you're not combat savvy, I wouldn't
That's
go anywhere
cooler
near
than when
it.
Rapper Boy threw the car out the garage.
Yeah,
He was having a tantrum though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boys having tantrums so lame.
He's a
Yeah.
boy.
Anyway, I gotta go. It's gonna be sunlight soon, and
Yep. You are free.
great. Thank you for not killing me and making me have to make your lives very miserable because kill switches and all that.
Mm-hmm. Talk to you later.
Bye. And door opens and she is gone. Just
Oh, she power walks too? Jeez.
she ran. She hauled ass.
Oh, well. That's going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You know, I could have turned her into a very decorative chair.
Apparently there was a kill switch. It's probably better that you didn't.
She wouldn't have been dead.
Ah.
Thinking about this, when you say kill switch, that doesn't make any sense. She's a vampire.
Ah. It's fine. If anything, we can steer.
Decorative wall hanging.
And
No.
Gabriella like comes around the corner. She's like, "Did you do something badass, boss? Finally."
I did, and guess what? The balls are starting to drop. Don't worry about it.
And she
Also-
giggles at that.
The
Don't
phrasing.
ask.
And I think that's where we're going to end our session right there. That's a great. The balls have dropped.
The balls are dropping.
What you kept saying to me, so
I
I,
don't think-
figured she'd
I
understand
don't think that means what you
immediately.
think it means.
I was using it entirely in the context. I know
Oh
the
my
basics
God,
of how guy
perfect.
puberty works.
Perfect. I love this. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming out tonight and hanging out with us. Thank you for the raid. Chaotic Tiefling,
Double
ATL,
raids.
The raid from Vancouver by night. And who else raided us? There was Ghostlight RPGs. I know Juice and Fair and Lonzo were all on those respective channels. If y'all were not watching them, I hope y'all will go back and watch those VODs and see what the rest of our coterie was up to tonight. But with that said, let's let these fine folks go ahead and sign out and talk about what they've been up to and what's going on for them and find someone to rate. So let's go around the table and start with Liz.
Hey, I'm Liz, Fuzzy Slippers 05, wherever you want to find me. Mostly I am here on Saturdays and Wednesdays for our Cyberpunk game, which has been a lot of fun, and we did some dope shit this past week. And I rolled some ridiculous flying rolls. You can also find me on TikTok where I talk about my kid and tabletop games. That's about it.
Sweet. Ivy.
Hi, I'm Ivy. You can find me at IVM2757 on Twitter, IVM_57 on TikTok. There's an underscore in there. Why is there a question mark next to it? I don't know. Amazon wishlist exists as well, and Ko-fi for any cosplay things that you would like to help me with. If anything, at this point, you're just expanding the Serenity wardrobe when I eventually remember to change the Ko-fi goal. And yeah, I stream at NerdFriend54 whenever I so please. I am here Wednesdays as well as Maverick Cortez.
Sweet. Mikey Mike.
Hey, I'm Mikey Mike, and you can find me here, Mingoing it up on Saturdays. On Wednesdays, I am the benevolent referee in our cyberpunk adventure. Stay tuned to see what the heck's going on with that. My alter ego is Hubby Jenkins. I play old-timey music and talk about Black people. I'll be doing it tomorrow with Folk Society of Washington at 7:30 Eastern. And I'll be in Washington State at the end of the month, chilling in Seattle at the Wintergrass Festival. Come at me. Love you very much. Thank you.
Excellent. And I have been your storyteller, Prince, also known as Dimples and Dice around the internet. That's where you can find me, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and basically anywhere that you can find socials, except Facebook. I don't really fuck with that. Let's see. What am I up to? Today is Saturday. So tomorrow, nothing. Monday, nothing that y'all will see. Tuesday, I'll be over on the amphitheater for Eualia, which is a Red Roll themed D&D 5e campaign where I'm playing a Sea Otter Paladin who is a pacifist and learning that fighting and violence might maybe sometimes be the answer, mostly because his sister twin keeps getting in trouble. Wednesday, Cyberpunk. Though this Wednesday, I will not be on Cyberpunk. I will actually be on Chaotic Tiefling ATL for the Ladies ATL fundraiser. I'll be running Sexy Battle Wizards. It's gonna be great.
I need to save that VOD.
Sexy Battle Wizards, y'all. So come out and check that out. I believe that'll be 8 p.m. Eastern time. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember. Check my Twitter for that. Thursday, I'll be over on 2 different things. I'll be at Fae Forge Academy at noon Eastern time, playing my Minotaur, who is dropped from level 20 down to level 3 and is learning how to not be an old grumpy man and make friends again, and not friends with small children who are his grand and great grandkids. And then Thursday night, I'll be the last episode, our finale for Ghouls Night over on Martlet Games, where I am playing your favoritist but soon to be dead Salubri Ghoul, Mac Phillips, who is engineering smart but not people smart, and may end up saying fuck the police when he really, really shouldn't. Then you catch me here Saturday night, Storyteller, as well as over on Vancouver by Night, just before this episode, at 6 p.m. Eastern, playing Ja Kato, the Banu Hakim Seneschal. Or at least
You got it.
I'm thinking it's gonna be Seneschal. We haven't actually did that episode yet, but I feel pretty confident. He doesn't want that job anyway. Anyway, that's all we got for tonight. Thank you all again for coming out. Let's find someone to raid.
Sunday, your Sunday show, is that starting this week?
No, it's next week.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be next week.
Well, on the not this tomorrow, but like
Yeah, next Sunday. Next Sunday, because technically it's Sunday now. Noon Eastern time. My channel, Dimples and Dice. Starting a new Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign. I have been setting up music and shit. The Witchlight Carnival is gonna be dope. I've got extra things that might happen. There's a Thunderdome. That's all I gotta tell you. There's a fucking Thunderdome. So come on and see that. Wednesday, 11 a.m. or not Wednesday, Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern, the 20th. It's gonna be great.
Mm-hmm.
With that, we out. Have a wonderful night, people, and we will see y'all next week. Peace.
bye.
And I'll fix the raid here in a moment.
Where are we going?
I don't know yet.
Dork Tales has Mage the Ascension, and Night Prophecies has VTM.
And screen got a little screwed up there, but it's fine. It's the end of the show.
We're leaving now. It doesn't matter.
We're leaving. It's fine. Goodbye.
We're gonna go raid Dork Tales. Why not? Keep it in the world of darkness.
And it's 3 points for XP, right?
On my birthday. That's for it's Rolling Deez 20's. Good to see you, folks. We're just wrapping up. We're gonna go take this raid somewhere else, but we can chat for a few minutes if you guys want. I want to thank you players for being here and for enjoying tonight with me. I really appreciate you taking the time. And yeah, thank you. Thanks for everything. And if you want, we're trying to get to 3,000 followers. We're like 50 off right now. So if you're here on a raid right now, please hit follow.